Rokugan, a land of spirits, of fortunes, and of samurai, a place of honor, duty, and war, where 7 great clans vie eternally for the favor of the Emperor, where a whispered word can be as deadly as a single strike, and one misstep the difference between life and death. But while clans battle in the high halls of the Emperor and on the fields of the Emerald Empire, a growing darkness gnaws at the borders. Here, the foul legions of the corrupted Kami Fu Lang seek to break through and destroy all that is righteous and good. And yet the darkness beyond the borders is not the only threat to Rokugan. Political tensions amongst the great clans threaten to grow monthly, meaning that war is surely on the horizon. It is a time of sacrifice, of great heroes, of small stories of bravery that will forever go untold. It is a time of thunder. Well, hello everyone, and good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to the party where today we are playing Legend of the Five Rings 5th edition, Steel Blossom Moon, with this amazing group of human beings all around me, except for Doji Sayaka, who appears to have fallen out of her chair. Thank you for whoever just did whatever. Oh, Wiley Hobbit, thank you for subscribing. I love you. I love you so much. Oh yeah, threw me off my game. Somebody gets a free reroll from your subscription, by the way, so thank you for that. I made Lily crack. That makes me very happy. That is what I like in this world. Okay, so hi, I'm Sean. I'm your storyteller for the day. You can also call me Throck. That's my name right there, and you can find me on Tweeters, which is right below it. This is Welcome to the Party, a community dedicated to inclusion and equity, visibility, and all that sort of amazing stuff in gaming. And we run a lot of games. Today you will probably see 4 of them if they all go off as they do. But first, I want to give a huge love and thanks to our sponsors and all of the amazing human beings who help us out. And that's, of course, Devin Rue, the mistress of maps and all things amazing when it comes to mapstressing at rueinc.com. Tabletop Loot, your fine place for amazing dice at tabletoploot.com. And our merch sponsor of joy and amazingness and everything awesome, So Nerdware, run by the amazing So Maddie. You can go there right now and use the code WELCOME to get 10% off your next purchase. And then check out our Patreon. It's one of the 2 best ways to support us. There you can get, videos and articles and podcasts a week early and all sorts of cool stuff. And it helps us underwrite everything from paying for D&D, for paying for our DM's Roll20s, to paying for Zoom, paying for music, paying for art assets. Everything you see that goes into the channel goes through Patreon, because Twitch is a son of a bitch and doesn't pay as often as Patreon does. But we also love Twitch subs, because there is how you can support the players and the channel by giving people rerolls with either 500 bits or 1 sub, or 1,000 bits and a tier 2 sub gets you something cooler than a reroll. I don't know what that is for L5R yet, but we'll figure it out. I have no idea. Maybe it's a crit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If somebody ever does it, we'll figure it out. What else? Do you have any other announcements? I feel like I went through there really quick. Nope, that's it. Okay, yay. So let's go around and say hi to the team. And Misery, we're going to leave you till last, because we want you to introduce yourself and tell us a little about your character. So we will start with Soul.
Hello, everybody. I am Solomon, and today I am playing Moto Munako. God damn it.
You got it. You can do it. Muinakoi.
Munakoi, thank you.
You chose the name, baby.
Hey, it looked cool.
It does.
And then
Sounds
I realized
cool
I couldn't spell it or say it. Spell and say it. Munakoi. It's not Japanese. It's Mongolian, actually. And he is a Unicorn Clan Moto Conqueror.
Nice. Lily.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lily. Lillipad Nebula around all the places. I'm super excited to be back. From our. Do we have 1 week off or 2 weeks off?
It was
from
1
this?
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Papa Bear was sick.
Even so, too much.
Too much.
Game is really good. I am playing my character Doji Sayaka today, who is a crane doji courtier, and I read the intrigue section because reasons, and it's fun.
I just, sometimes you should know everything your character can do is all.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Rain.
I am Rain Hayes, and I will be playing Soshi Kiryuki, who is Shosoro Infiltrator School.
Indeed. Michi.
Hi, I am Michi. I will be playing Kaito Rei, who is a Kaito, a Phoenix Clan mystic archer. There we go.
Yeah. Shrinekeeper School.
Yes, that one.
Indeed. Mystic Archer of Doom. And last but not least, welcoming, introducing, and warmly re-embracing to the Sunday afternoon RPG team, we bring you Miss Misery.
Hi, I'm playing Toritaka Aoshi. She is a phantom hunter of the Falcon Clan, which is a minor clan.
Yes. I'm very excited. Well, awesome. Who wants to tell me what happened last week on Steel Blossom Moon?
Okay. So we left the dueling school place.
Indeed.
We walked for a while, and then a cop stopped us and was like, "Hey, you can't go down this road because there's construction. So you got to go the long way around." And we're like, "Come on, let us through." And then he was like, "No." And so then we were like, "Okay." So we went back and went the long way around. And then when we went the long way around, we found some dudes sitting next to the road. We walked up to them and we were like, "Hey, dudes, what's going on?" And they were like, "You guys suck." And we're like, "Whoa, what did we do?" And then they were like, "Yeah, you guys really suck, and we're gonna attack you now." So then they attacked us, and then we killed most of them. One of them got away, and then the other one we kept and talked to him, and we learned that there was a lady in a like a hood or whatever that hired them, and he didn't know anything, and we killed the leader who they actually talked to. So we don't got much on them, but it's a thing in the ether for us to keep an eye out for. And so then when we figured out what we were going to do with him, we were like, "Why are you doing this?" And he was like, "'Cause samurai suck." And we're like, "Whoa, we're samurai, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, I know. You suck." And we're like, "Whoa, okay. Here's some money." And then our scorpion friend was like, "You need to go here, and if I ever call you up, you better answer, or else." And so then he was like, "Oh yeah, I don't want you to slice my throat." And so then he went away. And then we left and kept walking. And then we found an old lady who was dancing with a sword. And we walked up to them, and she said, "Hi, I want to fight you." And then we were like, "Wait, this just happened to us." And then she was like, "No, no, no, it's a good fight." And we're like, "Oh, well, in that case." And so then we fought each other. And then Moto won our like tiny tournament between the three of us. And then he fought the old lady. Spoiler alert, who was a spirit. The Raven? Kenku.
Yes.
Kenku.
She was
Kenku.
indeed a Kenku.
She's a Kenku. And then she would have kicked the crap out of him, but she was like, "Ah!" and then left. And then that was it.
Yes. That was not a bad that was not a bad recap at all. I like that. It was good. Indeed. Our Four young samurai are on the road to the castle of the Emerald Champion, there to begin training as Emerald Magistrates. It's an 8-day journey from Suma to the castle, and it's been an eventful one. First, as was mentioned, they met up with Ryu, Doji Satsumi's attendant, who was also traveling back to his home at the Emerald Castle. Then assailed by bandits, the samurai vanquished them and found out that the bandits were seemingly hired to waylay them specifically. And finally, they met a strange samurai on the morning of the 4th day. Practicing katas on a hill next to a road, she offered to duel the best of them, and through an impromptu dueling contest, Motomu and Nikoi faced off against the woman who, it was revealed, was a Kenku, a bird spirit of luck who gifted Mu and Nikoi with a gift, a single black feather, that will allow you to re-roll one roll every day. Oh, I'm sorry, one ring die once a day. I said that wrong. The group travels for the next few days uneventfully with Ryu in tow, but about midday, on the 7th day, the party hears a strange noise from around the bend. A ripping and tearing of flesh combined with this high-pitched chatter and this occasional deep grunt. The wind, blowing in your direction, smells of recent death. And Ray, something about the spirits here feels off. What do you do?
We should move carefully.
Agreed. Do we have any idea what that is? You hear it too, right?
There's something not quite right about these spirits.
I'm going to, as quietly as I can, scout ahead.
Yeah. Skullduggery, right?
Yes, I think. Unless there's not a stealth one, is there?
I think skullduggery is that.
I think, yeah, skullduggery is stealth.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Okay, so you get to keep 3 dice.
Jeez, that's not bad.
Yeah, you got a success and an exploding success to start. With an opportunity and 2 strikes.
Okay, one of the opportunities will cancel out the strife, and I'll re-roll the exploding.
So you'll take 1 strife. Now, one thing we were doing wrong is you can choose not to take this die. The second die that you roll, you can choose not to take it. You have to re-roll it, but then you can choose whether or not you want to take it. If you choose to take it, then you have to keep all effects of the die, including the strife and all that.
I won't keep it because I don't want that strife.
Okay. Done. All right. So you begin sneaking up. Nobody's going to stop him, right? Of the other 3 of you, you guys are going to kind of let him go off.
Sure.
Yeah.
If she wants to.
Okay. Yep.
This is kind of what I do.
Yeah. Kuroyuki, as you come around the corner, you see carnage. 2 merchants lie bleeding and crying in the dirt there. 2 large carts overturned and their families slaughtered around them. The corpses of what appear to be their bodyguards are covered in blood, and there's a pack of 12 of these small green creatures wearing what looks like pots and pans for armor and these wide-brimmed, like rice-wrapped hats, kind of working on horse flesh. Seem to be so much paying attention to each other and the horse flesh that they're working on that they don't even seem to notice you. They're goblins. They're laughing and throwing bones at the 2 cringing peasants who are still alive. These are smallish, 3-foot-tall creatures, and they look like a mockery of a true samurai in their armor. Each of them carries a short spear. Additionally, a wounded-looking ogre sits off to one side and seems to have gathered an adult female to himself, is greedily ripping the flesh off of her. So focused are they on filling their bellies with the horse and human flesh that the goblins and ogre ignore you. If you want it, you all have the element of surprise.
I'll pull back slightly and just signal them the numbers. It'll be like small 12 and large 1.
Crap, it would be dishonorable to run away. Damn
And
it.
there are 2 living merchants who notice you when you come around the corner, Kuroyuki, and they kind of have these like eyes silently pleading for help.
God damn it.
Ray, the
I
longer
did
you...
it.
Oh, go ahead.
I think. Fuck. If the merchants weren't here, I'd say we should go back, get reinforcements to help us out and attack. But
We have the element of surprise. We can try to.
I will
out some of
slowly
the-
slide out my katana and, my katana, and try to sneak around, see if I can get behind the ogre.
Okay, so there are high reeds on one side of the road. So the road is about 2 range bands wide, or about 10 feet wide. On one side are high reeds, and on the other side there are some woods that kind of obscure a little bit. It's a bit slow going through the reeds, especially if you want to be quiet. But that is also the side that the ogre is on.
Let me take a look at Skulk real quick.
And Ray, as Kurayuki's looking up Skulk, the longer you stand here, the more and more you get this feeling that, especially the void spirits here, are deeply imbalanced. Something has happened recently to cause some deep imbalance in the very essence of void here. And actually, Aoshi, you feel the same thing being a Shugenja.
Mm-hmm.
3 martial arts air check. Okay.
so we
I think what I want to do,
Yes.
I want to slowly get behind the ogre,
Mhm.
and I'll have my katana out, but I'm actually going to take out my Tessin, and I'm going to try and do Deadly Sting on it.
Okay. So you're sneaking around the ogre. I want to
will
know what
go
everyone
with-
else is doing. Okay.
I will go with her, and I will try and here's my objective. It's to kind of act as a shield for our creepy scorpion girl.
Okay. So I kind of want all of this to happen simultaneously because I imagine you sitting around making a plan. Like, Soshi, Kuroyuki, and Mu and Akoi are like, okay, we're going to sneak around this way. Sayaka and Rei, what are you planning on doing?
Should we take up position somewhere and try to shoot some of these goblins down?
Yeah, probably from the reeds where they wouldn't have a good chance of spotting you, and that way we have
Yeah.
tactical advantage of fire coming down from both sides.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so all of you are going through the reeds on the right-hand side of the road. 2 of you are going to post up further back, Sayaka and Rei, to shoot arrows at the goblins, who are kind of on your side as you're coming around. The ogre is kind of sitting off to kind of facing off to the right side of the road, looking into the reeds, just kind of happily chewing on some poor lady. Is that correct?
I will ask, wait till Kuroyuki and I strike first, then attack.
How close are the goblins and the ogre, like range band wise?
They're 2 range bands apart. So imagine that there were 2 carts that were kind of broken down. Yeah, in caravan.
Okay.
Mu and Akoi, what were you going to ask?
I was just asking our fellow compatriots to wait till we strike. So when they see us and the plan in Munakoi's mind right now is wait till they to get the goblins' attention towards us. So when the arrows come up, they're caught off guard even more.
Okay.
All right, so I would first like Mu and Akoi and Kuroyuki to give me a skullduggery roll. Skullduggery.
Oh, be with me, gods. I have 0.
It's okay.
I know. Would you say this is more of an air or a water thing?
I think it's water.
That helps.
Okay, there you go. That's 3 successes. No,
Once an exploding success.
Yeah, you have to roll the exploding success, but you don't have to take it.
I'll roll the exploding success. That's not me.
No, that was Rain. So
Okay,
Rain,
I'll
you're
lo-
up to 4 successes and 3 strife. And you're up to 4 successes and 3 strife. Now you don't have to take that 4 success and that 3rd strife if you want to. You're pushing it to 5.
That's me.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I won't take that last one.
Okay, so we've got 4 successes and 3 strife from Rain, and 4 successes and 3 successes. Are you going to take that die, Quinn?
I'm thinking.
You're at 2 strife right now, assuming that everybody started today with 0 strife. 0, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the 3 strife.
Okay, so you need to roll the exploding success again to see what happens.
Explode this success. God damn it. Does this have any other option?
It does not. No, it was another exploding success and a strife, but you don't have to take it. You're at 5 successes. That is a lot of successes.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
So before I have Ray and Sayaka roll, Toritaka Aoshi, can you roll for me an aesthetics air check? So this is your first time making a roll. What you'll do is, I think it's on the narrative sheet, is where all the skills are. You'll see a skill for aesthetics, and then there's a little drop down, has air, and then you just click roll.
Nothing else. It's all blank other than that.
Yep. So you got 1 success. Because you're also in the reeds, and it's not like they go off forever, and you're also probably sitting close to the road, people are starting to move through the reeds. The goblins haven't seen you two. Kuroyuki and Muinakoa, you are ghosts to them. But to this other person sitting in the reeds alongside you, who you would have to pass by to get where you're going, somebody's moving towards you in the reeds. Somebody is very quietly, very sneakily moving towards you in the reeds.
I very carefully take out my katana.
Okay. Kuroyuki, there's somebody up ahead of you. It's hard to tell. They're wearing almost this green and white sort of kimono. You can describe yourself if you want.
She's wearing very nondescript colors, just kind of earth tones mostly, just to blend in and everything like that. The only thing of any real she has a nice sash around her waist of a pale gold color that it looks a little bit warm, but other than that, she's there. She's very short, very, very short. And her hair is up in a bun, but there's bits, braided bun, bits that keeps falling down. She looks disheveled. But other than that, she has her katana out and she is looking towards where the sound is. So she would be looking towards you guys, but she's just kind of, her head's turned to you, but your eyes are just going.
Yeah. You see the movement of the reeds. You don't see those two yet. I'm going to say you didn't get enough successes to actually see them, but you certainly noticed something happening down that way.
Do we see her?
Yes, because I want you all to meet, right? You know there's somebody up ahead in the reeds, although it's hard to make them out. You're just barely, there's a short person, probably not green-skinned, up in the
weirdest looking goblin I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold Kuroyuki back and be like,
okay, now Ray and Sayaka, can you give me your skullduggery test to sneak in? And then we'll get back to Kuroyuki, Muinakoa, and Aoshi.
Sneaky snake.
Snake.
Goblin die.
Goblin die. That is the sound they make, by the way.
Great. Thanks, I hate it.
You're welcome. Okay, so we've got some successes here. Need to roll your explodings.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep my skill die.
Yep. For 1 success.
The success and a strife, and then the exploding with the extra success.
Okay, so that'll be 4 successes for you. We're up to 2 successes for Michi with 2 strife. You have to reroll the exploding, but you don't have to keep it.
Other exploding.
3 successes, so I'm going to keep that.
Okay, you're at 4 successes and 3 strife, or 4 strife. You just keep rolling them exploding dice. It's very impressive. But that's a lot of strife. I mean, I get it. I feel like the reason that you all are stressed out here, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, if you have another reason why you're taking some significant strife right now, is because, oh gods, those are Shadowland creatures. What are they doing in Lion Lands? How did they get here? And why are they ripping apart humans?
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That was what I was thinking too.
Okay.
Real quick, Brock.
Yeah.
I forgot about this, but last time I got light injury fire. Do I still have that?
It's been 3 days. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that floating success.
Okay.
And hey, there's an opportunity.
There's an opportunity.
Go.
Yeah.
Get rid of one of the strife.
Yep.
Yay!
And then Mu and Nakoa, you were going to say something?
I was just saying, this is not Moon Nikoi's deal. He does not like Shadowland shit. He does not like messing with Kenku. It's been a stressful road travel. He's not happy.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody is able to very stealthily sneak their way into the reeds on the side of the road, allowing you to set up a pretty awesome ambush. But we have a problem to deal with before that. Ayoshi, there's some people, you think, or some movement, at least, in the reeds off to your right or off to your left. Kuroyuki and Mu and Nikoi, there's somebody up there.
Yeah. Mu Nikoi will do his best to continue his stealthy approach and kind of give a bird call, the best he could do.
Kyrioki's gonna be like, I'm gonna lean in and whisper real quiet to him. You could have just gone over there and talked to
I didn't want to get stabbed first. So he'll go up.
With the
He'll
whistle,
exit through the reeds.
one of the goblins actually gets up, is holding like this horse flank and dragging it behind him as he kind of walks over to the reeds. And he's like, what was that noise? I like birds. I like birds.
Sorry, Throck.
Oh, no, you're fine. I love goblin mouth. I love speaking gobbly, so you're totally welcome.
Gobbledygook.
Yeah.
Well, I will give the dungeon master his opportunity to speak his goblin speak, and he'll go up to Ayoshi and pretty much do a wave, I guess.
Lana's pointed at your face.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and he's gonna be like, he's gonna point to the sword that's in his face.
She has a Falcon Clan Mon on her robes, by the way.
You're acting like Quinn knows what that is.
So Falcon Clan is a minor clan.
Okay.
This is common knowledge. Falcon Clan is a minor clan.
Okay.
And they are in service to the crab. They tend to be in service to the crab,
cool.
or very allied
Okay.
with the crab. And
Sweet. Perfect.
yeah, the person
Well,
you're
it's not
seeing
a
walks up
lion.
looks very much like a unicorn. Super gaijin. Super doesn't look like he's from Rokugan originally. Yeah.
And he's gonna point to the sword, point to the goblins, and go like this, and point to his sword, point to the goblins, go like this.
Kuroyuki, a goblin. Kuroyuki, that goblin is now walking right in front of you. He's moved his way into the reeds. There's some distance now between you and Mu and Nikoi as Mu and Nikoi walked up and talked to Ayoshi. And so between you and those two, this goblin walking through the reeds. And he's looking for that bird's nest.
Please let there be a fucking bird in here. I'm sorry. I fucked up our own perfectly laid plan.
I'm actually going to hold until the goblin goes past me.
Okay.
I'll let them deal with that. I'm going after the ogre.
Okay.
I have plans.
So you've played Assassin's Creed, right?
Yes.
I'm talking to our storyteller.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna wait till he gets in the bush before I hidden blade kill him with my scimitar to the best of my ability.
Yeah, go ahead and roll martial art plus the ring of your choice. Martial art melee plus ring of your choice.
Trying to assassinate him.
I'm trying my best. Like, yeah.
So what I will say is that you can spend opportunity to make it extra quiet.
Yeah, if you do air, that's like explicitly an air thing you can do.
Yeah. So if you make it an air
Oh.
roll.
Oh no, that's worse. Okay.
But if
should
you're
I
looking
re-roll
for-
it then?
Yeah, if you'd like to, if you're looking for stealth.
I guess I'll do air.
Okay.
Which is better.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you've got the yeah.
exploding success on my ability.
That's great. So you can spend those. So you got 3. You can only keep one of these dice, but it can be a success because he doesn't notice you. I'm going to say it's a TN1 to hit, right? And he's a little goblin, so it's not like he
Okay.
has a ton of endurance. He's a little mook.
So if I kept this, will this go over to the rest of the dice pool, and would that count as a crit?
Well, you only get to keep. Oh, you get to keep. It would count as a crit, but it would be messy because you're not spending any dice on subtlety.
Yeah, then I don't want to. Yeah, I'll wait for this. I'll take the subtlety over the crit then.
Okay. So silently and murderously, I'm going to give you this on one success because A, I think it's thematically awesome, and B, I don't think he knows you're coming, so it's not like he's being actively defensive anyways, right? You get your one success. How do you, with Aoshi looking at you, like her katana out, you hear this goblin kind of loudly walking through I want the birds, and you hear him like dragging this horse flank behind him. How do you subtly take him out?
I imagine with his scimitar, he waits until he kind of is dragging through the bushes and everything, and he waits till he finds a quiet spot using his Unicorn Clan sort of ideas of nature.
Sure.
And just covers his sharp mouth and teeth and just sticks his scimitar through his chest end and then cracks his neck.
Nice. So in this single movement, you move your hand around the goblin's mouth, and it's gross. It's kind of like slobbery and like blood covering all over it. And you get the scimitar up through its chest. He's only about 3 feet tall, so you can do it while crouching pretty easily. And then there's this as you crack its neck at the same time as you put the scimitar through it, silently bringing him down into the reeds. What happens next?
I'll look to Ayoshi and be like, we cool?
Look, I killed a goblin.
She's probably just gonna nod, and then she's just gonna turn and look right back at the ogre and just go. Go.
Okay.
And she's gonna start forward quietly, hope and watch for them to move forward as well.
Yeah. He'll charade like his friend's taking care of it. His friend's ahead of it. But yeah, we'll attack ogre.
It's very Gaijin charade. So really,
Yeah. Okay, team.
Forward as quietly and then just burst out, go for the ogre troll thing.
So Kuroyuki, I'm gonna have you go and then Aoshi go. You're all gonna get a free action. I'm gonna have it. The order it feels like narratively this should happen is Kuroyuki, Aoshi, Mu, and Akoi, and then Sayaka and Rei at the end. Because it feels like you two are waiting for the signal of the 3 people who are kind of moving in. Is that right?
Yeah. When they attack the ogre, we're gonna start shooting at the goblins.
Okay. So let's start with Kuroyuki.
So I'm going to try Deadly Sting, but I have a question about that. I also have a school ability, which I have to find again because I just moved away from that. There it is. Called the Path of Shadows. Can I use my school ability with Deadly Sting? Because it says Deadly Sting says make an attack action. School ability says when you make an attack action.
Yeah. Sounds like yes. Yeah.
Cool. So I will do that. So first, for Deadly Sting, as an attack action, use 1 dose of poison, make a TN3 martial arts air check using ready concealable weapon, which is my Tessen.
Yes.
So martial arts air.
Fucking love this game. Sorry. I thought I was muted.
No, you're good. So you need 1 more success. You've got 2 successes, 2 opportunity, 3 strife at the moment, but you do have an exploding success in there. And there's another exploding success. So you need to keep that to succeed the TN. But this is putting you up to, at the very least, 3 strife, 3 successes, and an opportunity.
Okay. Let me take a quick look at the opportunities. I'll probably use that opportunity to cancel out one of the strife.
Yeah. If you take that exploding die, which you need to, you just need to roll it again.
Okay.
Roll the exploding die again.
Doing it.
You can keep that if opportunity if you want. Yeah.
So that'll eliminate 2 strife.
Yes. You'll be down to 1 strife 3 successes.
Cool. So that's a success. So it lets me choose which poison I'm going to use.
Yes.
And I'm going to use Firebiter.
Okay.
When Firebiter applied to a weapon, after target. Sorry, that's the wrong one. I was not using Firebiter.
Okay.
Dazed. Night Milk. That's the one I was using.
Night Milk? Sorry.
Too rare?
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
It's just a little lewd.
When Night Milk is applied to a weapon, after target suffers a critical strike from the weapon, they suffer the disoriented and prone conditions.
All right.
That's even lewder.
I've given you my Night Milk, and now you're disoriented and prone.
Usually that happens. No, never mind. And then for my school ability, it says, while performing an attack action against a target who is compromised, incapacitated, unconscious, or unaware of your presence,
yes,
the damage and deadliness of your weapon as being increased by your school rank.
So 1.
So 1.
Okay.
And the damage of my Tessin is 4, deadliness is 3.
Okay, so it's going to be 5
Yep.
to start. It's still, for an ogre, because they're huge, I'm still going to make it, even though he's just kind of sitting there, it's still going to be a TN2 to hit.
Okay. And it doesn't count as using that attack action?
It does count as using that attack action. So, oh wait, is the first roll here the attack action, and the second
Yes.
roll? Oh, okay, so you absolutely hit him. And then you will add 1 damage, so you're going to be doing 1, 2. So it'll be 1 extra damage. So it's going to be 6 total endurance. And he is now... So tell me how you hit him with this. Tell me how this happens. I know mechanically what's going to happen, but narratively, what happens here?
So I'll step towards his back, and I'll have a moment to think. And I'll think about the Kenku that we met, and how in that last fight, she turned into a crow and went past him. And I'm actually going to step forward and push off my leg, slide through, and slice my Tessin onto his side as I'm passing through, trying to mimic that movement.
I love that. So as you get up, you slide through and you do exactly that. Slide the Tessin across the side of him, and there's this... As he starts to weave for a second, and he falls to the ground. So some stuff is going to happen simultaneously. The goblins take notice of their ogre friend falling down, but before they have a chance to react, the rest of you get actions, and then we'll roll initiative after this. So Ayoshi, you are next.
So is the ogre dead?
No, he's still up, but he's on the ground, kind of looking drugged and weird.
Okay, so for my background, he's not otherworldly, is he?
Yes. No, he's not, because he's not a ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going for tendons and ligaments. I'm gonna go for somewhere in the shoulder region and just try to slide as deep as I can there.
Awesome. So you will make a martial arts check and then choose the ring you think is most appropriate to the attack. So if you hover over, like, I think it's the martial skill thing, it actually tells you what each of the approaches does flavor-wise and why it may be appropriate here. One of the cool things about L5Rs for reading those is it's all about defining how you do the thing is just as important as doing the thing itself. And that's where choosing the ring for your approach comes in.
I think because she's running right towards him, blindly something else, I think probably Void would be better, like for sacrifice. For sure. Okay. Yeah. You're just gonna no mind the do it. I like it. So it'll be a martial arts void. Martial arts melee void. Okay. Okay, so we start with an exploding success and 3 opportunity. You need to reroll the exploding success, there's a little box up above the Legend of the Five Rings thingy on the top right-hand side. If you just plug a 1 into the black die there and hit roll, it'll reroll it for you. I'm going to give you the success anyways, because it's your first attack, and I want you guys to, feel awesome here. So you did not need to roll the ring die.
But all you needed, I mean, you did not need to roll the skill die because you didn't have an exploding skill, but you did have an exploding black die or a ring die. So that is the one you should have re-rolled. But you got a success, and we'll call that 2 successes, which is absolutely enough to hit. And you also get a critical, if you want it, from the 2 opportunity that you rolled. So whenever you roll, you keep a number of total dice from your pool equal to the number of ring dice or black dice that you rolled, right? So you can technically choose to keep any of those dice up to 4 because you rolled an exploding dice, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay.
So you then have 2 successes, 2 strife, and 2 opportunity. Now you can use those 2 opportunity for a couple of things. You can gain spiritual insight into the nature of the universe or your own heart by spending 2 opportunity in void stance. You can detect signs of the supernatural by spending 1 or more, but I think they're pretty obvious. You can reduce the TN of any other check from any other ring by 1 the next time you use it. Or you can remove strife, 1 for 1, opportunity for strife, or you can keep the 2 strife and use the 2 opportunity as a crit.
I'm going to use it for a crit.
Love it. How do you kill this ogre?
I take its arm off, hit a major artery.
Nice. There's this spray of blood across the road as you run up, and in this single movement, almost perfection of butchery, you come up and you sever the ogre's arm from its body. There's a moment of as he slowly bleeds out, and you see the blood thrumming, and slower and slower, and stops. And there still lays the ogre on the ground. And because you crit, I'm going to say you got no blood on you. You don't have to worry about it. And then we've got Sayaka and Ray.
Okay.
Oh, we got Mu and Akoi next. I'm sorry. We're going to go
Never mind.
like inside to outside. My bad. Yeah. Mu
It's
and
all good. Muniko is just going to be like, well, shit, and go towards the goblins instead. And he's going to charge in, just rushing at the nearest one.
Okay.
He's going to use a water approach with his scimitars.
Oh!
Jesus Christ.
How do you
that doesn't seem right.
you don't have 6 skill die. In fact, it's impossible to
I
have
do
6.
not. Yeah.
6
No.
skill. What happened
No. Dice. Sorry.
there? Oh, okay.
Let me try that again. I was like, what the fuck? That's not right. There we go. That's
All
better.
right. That's great. That's a lot of successes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my exploding successes. So I got 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Nope. God damn it.
It's fine.
Oh, I hit the wrong. I hit the wrong
don't
one
worry
again.
about it.
Sorry.
You're going to kill 2 of them.
Right, but still, I want to get the opportunity to spend on my swirling desert wind.
Okay.
So I'll spend that 2 opportunity to raise my TN by 2 at the nearest goblins.
Okay.
And hopefully the rest of our party knows that's the sign.
Yeah. There's Ray and Sayaka. There's obviously people murdering stuff up there now. As Mu and Akoi, you come up and with the 2 swings of your scimitar, just take 2 of these goblins apart. Ray and Sayaka.
Okay. I want to.
This is one of those times as a DM I should remind you all that you should be choosing your actions before it's your turn.
I had an action, but then Munakoi ran into the middle of where my action was going.
So I'm going to aim kind of towards like the edge of the of like the big goblin group.
Yes.
I'm using water to show, like, because she's kind of like, oh nope, okay, just like shifting her stance basically to move over and aim differently.
Okay.
And yeah, shooting my arrows at the goblins.
Okay. So it's a TN2 to hit, and you're in the water stance. So you absolutely hit with an exploding success, a success, and 2 strife and opportunity. Reroll that skill die. That's another
Nice.
success and opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. So one of the strife, or since I'm water, I can remove 2 strife with an opportunity.
Yes.
So I'm gonna so keeping all of them, 3 successes.
Yes.
1 opportunity takes care of the strife.
Yes.
And then I will also spend a water. So I'll spend 1 to remove the 2 strife, and then also
Indeed.
spend it to perform the task efficiently, completing it more quickly or saving supplies.
Okay. Yeah. And just in this pure economy of motion, how much damage does it do?
My bow is
Should be 4.
damage 5.
5. Nice. So as one of them goes flying with the force of the arrow. Ray.
Nice.
I am going to use Tempest of Air on these goblins.
Ooh.
Get him, Gobos.
All right.
All right, so that is a TN2 air?
Yeah, it's a TN2 Air.
Okay. So you're there with 2
Or
successes.
TN3, rather.
Oh, you're not there.
Nope.
Blah. There's something about the spiritual imbalance here. And as you begin to attempt to call on the kami in order to move the spirits to affect these goblins in some way, it's almost as if they're afraid to enter this area in any meaningful way. And now we roll initiative. So as a reminder, initiative, in this case, you are prepared. So what you are going to do is you're going to roll a tactics check. It is a TN1 tactics check. Whatever ring you choose will be the stance you start in. And then you will add your focus attribute, and that'll be your total initiative. So what you're going to do is add up your total successes, add your focus, add your focus to it, and then tell me what that is. And I will call your
Do
names
we
out one
reroll?
at a time.
We reroll explodings for initiative, right?
Absolutely reroll explodings for initiative. Hello, computer. Yo. Turn.
Sorry, is that fitness or tactics?
It is tactics.
Tactics. Okay, want to make sure.
Indeedy.
Do strife or opportunity count for anything?
Only if they would affect your ring roll in some way.
Okay.
One plus focus is 6 for me.
Right. Okay, so let's go down the order. Mu and Akoi, what did you get?
7.
All right. One second. See a thing here. Mu and Akoi 7. Lily, what did you get?
6.
6. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. I'm sorry. Lily got 6. Kuroyuki, what did you get?
6.
6. Ray, what did you get?
7.
7. Nice. And then Aoshi, what did you get?
I don't know.
Where are we? You roll your tactics check. Yes. All right. So you have 2 base successes from your roll, plus whatever your focus trait is, which should be on your conflict sheet. Yeah, on conflict.
Yes.
Yep, conflict.
So
You
be
did-
5.
So you got 5. Okay. Awesome. So everybody's going before the goblins.
Eat.
Yeet! Add turn. That'll be 5 for Aoshi. Enter. All right. Let's get into this thing. So we start with Mu and Akoi or Ray. Whichever of you would like to go first can go first.
I'll let Ray go.
Okay. I will shoot an arrow at them.
The goblin's now rising to the occasion. TN2, that's going to hit. You reroll the exploding die and choose to keep it or not. All right.
We'll keep that, yeah.
Okay. So you will easily, with your single strike of the arrow, because it's damage 5 on the bow, right?
Mhm.
Plus 2.
Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knocks out the goblin. And he goes flying back onto the dirt, blood, greenish black, brackish blood spewing, spreading across the road. Mu and Akoi.
All right, Scimitar.
Okay. You're going to kill another one. We can keep rolling if you want, but you're going to kill a goblin.
Okay, and I'll use that opportunity to raise my TN.
Okay. So you're just going to need to remember, tell me how much strife you're going to take up.
1, 2, 3. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. Okay, I'm at 7 strife so far.
And your composure's 12, so you're okay.
Yeah,
But you're starting to
gonna...
get up there. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Moving into the fray.
But, yeah, he's taking it. He's going to raise that TN.
Okay. Moving into the fray, a whirling dervish of blades. You come up to one of the unsuspecting goblins as he's starting to like whip this spear around to you, and before he can do it, you take him from shoulder to stomach across, and he just kind of slides into 2 pieces, falling to the ground. Lily or Kuroyuki, who goes next?
Mine should be quick. I'm just going to shoot another arrow.
Okay.
And I'm in fire.
So you were at 2 successes, which is enough to hit.
3 successes because I am in fire.
Oh, because you're in fire and the strife counts. That's indeed. So 3 successes. You still take the strife.
Yep.
And that's going to be a total of 6 damage. Is that right?
Yes.
Another one goes down quickly. It turns out, as this is your first encounter with goblins, they're not that tough. There just tends to be a lot of them. And if it turns out if you can get the drop on them, you are in a pretty good position here, because we're only down to 5 goblins left alive, who are starting to look pretty shaken. As Kuroyuki, it's your go.
I'm actually, so is there a goblin that is like right near the reeds?
No, you'll actually have to close range bands, more than one now, to interact, because of the way that you came at the ogre. It put you a little bit more out of position than everyone else.
Okay, that's fine. I'll actually stay in the reeds. And I won't need to use skullduggery, or not skullduggery. I won't need to use skulk because there's nobody near me.
Okay.
So I will take a breath.
Okay. You take your calming breath and reduce 1 fatigue. Yes.
One fatigue and 1 strife if either one of them is over endurance or composure.
I think it's one or the other.
Yeah, but I have no fatigue, so I'm downing 1 strife.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not and, it's or. That's all I was. Okay, so you take your calming breath. Aoshi, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
okay.
move towards the remaining goblins and with my katana and take slices at them. But the one thing is that she doesn't stop moving. She's constantly.
I love that. So this is going to be a very watery stance. Is that right?
Yeah, that's kind of how it makes sense in my head.
I love that. Just constant movement of the sword. So you will make a TN2, so you'll need to get at least 2 successes on a martial arts melee plus water check.
Okay.
So you got an exploding success. If you go up to that little box, just make sure there's a 1 in the ring die, the black die spot, nothing in the other die spot, and reroll. All right, that's 2 successes. That's enough to hit. You also got 1 strife and 2 opportunity. You can take the strife and crit, or you can use one of the opportunity to wash away that strife and use the other opportunity for something else.
What else can I use opportunity for?
In water stance, you could use that opportunity to instead remove 2 strife from yourself, perform a task efficiently, to provide assistance to the next character in a similar check.
I'm going to remove the strife.
Okay. So you will have 1 opportunity, and you don't have to spend that opportunity if you don't want to. But if you take a look, and I'll just ping the map for you. Boink. If you take a look there, that's what all the other opportunities. Cool. And what is the deadliness of your katana? No, not the deadliness, the damage of your katana.
4.
4. You come up. The goblin is still up, but he looks super wounded as you slice the katana through his stomach. He's like holding at it now, but he's got his spear out as it's his go. 2 of his buddies group up with him and come charging at you with their spears. Boop. Because that's what they do. They actually get 2 helping dice on that as well. So I'm going to do this. Doink. Because they actually work as a unit, and that's an exploding die. Doink. Okay, so here's where we're at. They are going to hit you.
Mhm.
They are also going to crit on you. They will do a total of 4 endurance. I'm sorry, 3 endurance. No, 4 endurance. I was right. 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 endurance. And then you will take a crit. That crit will be... this is the first time we've had a crit. A flesh wound. You suffer the lightly wounded condition for the ring that they use for this check. So you are lightly wounded on fire. If you're not already suffering one. So at the moment, you have 1 critical on you, which is lightly wounded. And I will tell you what lightly wounded me. Because we have all of these amazing cards that tell us all of that stuff. Enraged, compromised, disoriented. Maybe
What
there's
happened?
no light. Unconscious, silent, disoriented, dazed, compromised, bleeding, burning, dying, enraged, exhausted, immobilized, incapacitated. Nope, it's not those. Maybe I don't have those condition cards yet. I don't. Okay, so lightly wounded because we haven't had this before. I'll just
She
take a
she can reduce the endurance hit with strife and armor, right?
So you have 1 armor, so you will remove 1 endurance. So you will only take the 4 damage. But that's it. Oh no, that's right, because it's a crit. Yeah, let's do this correctly. New to the game still, even after 5. Let's actually do the crit correctly, because when you get crit, you have to make a resistance roll. Is that correct?
I believe it's fitness defense.
I think you're correct.
Yeah, fitness. TN1 fitness to mitigate its effects.
All right, so make a TN1 fitness check.
And then whatever stance you are in.
Yeah, so TN1 water fitness. Mm-hmm. All right, so you actually are able to dodge out of the way as the spear comes at you. You do take the 3 endurance, but you don't take the crit. Thank you, whoever checked on that. I'm trying to do better with the rules as we go through this, because it's important to learn things and do them right before you can cheat at them. So that is correct. You get to make the endurance test to see if you can shrug off the crit before it happens. Cool. Okay, so 2 more are left, and they're going to charge at Mu and Akoi, and it's going to be a TN4 to hit you, I think, right?
Muted.
TN6.
TN6? Doesn't that only raise it by your skill rank?
No, however many opportunity I have.
Mm-hmm. So they don't know that, and they're goblins. So they get to roll 1 more helping die on top of that. Doink. And that is clearly not enough, as you're able to easily deflect them off. And then we're back to the top of the round with either Ray or Mu and Akoi. As 5 of these goblins still stand, 1 of them wounded. There's still the 2 alive merchants kind of tied up onto the back of one of these destroyed carts. And you see Ryu back there. He looks like he's trying to sneak up to help the merchants.
I will continue swinging my scimitar at the goblins, so they aren't able to make their way to the merchants.
All right.
But he's going to use fire.
Love it.
Nice.
He's switching up his stance. Can I do that freely, or
you may
do I have
freely
to
choose your stance at the beginning of each combat round.
Okay.
So you're going to kill another goblin.
Cool. And I'm going to use my fire stance to attack again at the other goblin.
I love it. Wait, how was that?
So with fire, I have the ability to... Oh, that may be That may be a Shuji thing I don't have yet.
That you're planning on buying. Yeah, because what Fire Stance does
Yeah,
is
I think I read that in the book and not on my character sheet. Never mind then.
No, you're
I
good.
apologize.
Yep. But
So yeah, just forget that.
You slice your way through another goblin. There's 4 of them left, and they're starting to look really shaky. They've kind of formed into a single unit. The 4 of them kind of around each other with their spears poking out. But haven't found a way to escape yet. Ray.
I'm going to try Tempest of Air on these goblins again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use your magic.
To go. There it is.
All
So
right. You got your 3
3
successes this time.
Yeah.
And Tempest of Air.
If you succeed, Blast of Wind smite each target. Each target suffers supernatural damage equal to your air ring, so that's 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
Must resist with a TN 4 fitness check, Earth 5, Fire 2, or suffer the disoriented condition.
Okay. They actually make their Fire 2. They were in Fire Stance. Check. So they won't be disoriented because I'm just going to roll for them as a group. Because they are essentially a single unit right now. But one of them goes down as you finally are able to pull the spiritual energy through you and bid the spirits to go at these abominations. The wind begins to pick up and swirl around them, stones beginning to pelt them and sand getting in their eyes. They've lost any sort of defensive advantage they had, and they look like they're about to break and run. One of them goes down as this larger from one of the broken down... it was like a splinter of wood off of one of the broken down carts, goes straight through the side of its head, and it just drops like a rock. Lily.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to switch my stance to air. And that comes through, I think, just like since it's faint, so she like aims at one and then immediately like switches to shoot another one.
Yep.
As she fires. So air and 1 and shoot.
Sure.
Bam.
That's going to hit. It's a lot of strife.
It's only a TN2, right?
It is only a TN2.
Okay, I'll keep 2 of the successes and then the opportunity to cancel one of the strife out.
Sure.
So that I only take 1 strife.
All right, you'll take 1 strife with 2 successes as an arrow goes through one of the goblins and it goes down. Kuroyuki.
How many goblins are left?
1, 2, 3. 2. And they look like they're about to break and run.
Okay, I will change to fire.
Okay.
And I will burst from the reeds and attack.
Katana or Tessin?
Katana.
Okay.
So martial arts melee, switch to fire. As soon as my mouse cooperates. Thank you. So 2 successes and 2 strife.
Yeah, that's going to be, it's 4 damage. They're all wounded. So you take 1 out. As you burst through the reeds, you come up and you slash one right across the stomach, and it kind of falls backwards as its entrails fall out of it. And they're just, no, the meat, as it falls.
Somebody save the food.
Yeah, the meats are coming out. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I just love goblins.
We got the meats.
In whatever system, I just love the goblins. But yeah, okay. Falls down and dies. 1 left. Aoshi.
Same things before. Constantly spinning, constantly moving, flowing, and just slicing it.
Slice. So 3. We have a house rule. 3 opportunity can be converted into 1 success, which would give you the 2 successes to hit someone. Or you can use those for something else if you want. Because otherwise you'll be missing.
Yeah, I'll convert it.
Okay. So how do you go up and take out the last goblin? This is your entry and introduction to these other characters. What does it look like when you kill this last goblin who was destroying these 2 merchant families?
Same things before. She's gonna just moving around, everybody flowing, moving, constantly doing her thing. And I think she's just going to efficiently take its head off. And then come to a complete stop where she's completely still and just looking at them.
In this beauty of motion, as you continue to wrap your katana around you in a stance that, or in a style that is unfamiliar to most, as you were trained by the Falcon clan, you come down with this whip-quick strike across the neck that severs the head from the body efficiently as it falls to the ground in a gout of this black and green ichor. Ryu has apparently, during the combat, untied and vouchsafed the two merchants. He's brought them back to his cart, which is about 50 feet behind y'all, where also sits, we should remember, Doji Sayaka's courtier. But with the five of you together, what happens next?
That all went according to plan.
Yeah, except the bird call.
Hey, you know what? We're not perfect. Anyway, thank you for the assist. He says he goes over to Aoshi.
You're welcome.
Out of curiosity, what brings you along these parts? Well, first off, what's your name?
Toitaka or Aoshi. And you?
I'm Motomu Nakoi. This is our creepy scorpion girl, Kurioki.
Will you stop introducing me as creepy?
Never. And our other party members are somewhere. They were the ones firing the arrows.
Sayaka's gonna go to the merchants and like help them, like untie them, and like you're not infected with goblin juice.
Ryu had already untied them and taken them back to his.
Oh, okay, got it. Never mind then. Yeah, I'll come. We'll head out from the reeds to where the group is then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I call her lovingly Crane Lady. And Spooky Spirit Girl is somewhere. They're not their names, they can introduce themselves.
You're not good at remembering names, are you?
I'm right.
Actually, I know exactly who you are, Soshi Karaoke. I just refuse to call you that.
I find it very hard to believe that you know exactly who I am, and I'll walk towards the cart.
we all joke.
Spirit girl, how? I was talking to Bunanoki.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again? Blanked out.
Spooky spirit girl, how?
Oh, she talks to dead people.
Really?
Technically, we've all talked to dead people.
You know what? No one asked you.
Speaking of which, Ray, you hear crying coming from the other side of one of the broken down, and only you can hear it right now, from the other side of one of the broken down carts.
I will go and investigate. Just kind of stop, perk up, and change paths towards the crying.
Okay. Well, she's going off doing that. Sayaka, you didn't get a chance to introduce yourself. Did you want to?
Hello. My name is Doji Sayaka. It's a pleasure to meet you, and thank you so much for your help in dealing with that mess over there.
Aoshi has very, very, very pale gray eyes, and she doesn't blink a lot.
Oh, fun.
So she's slightly disconcerting. You're welcome.
What brings you out here this way?
Out of character, Throck, can I tell them
Absolutely.
what I was? I'm going to train as an Emerald Magistrate.
Oh, we are as well.
Really?
Congratulations on that.
Yes.
Surprising, right? So
You're not wrong.
Clearly, we've all proven our worthiness. If we didn't deserve this chance, they wouldn't have picked us.
I'm not saying you didn't.
I like her.
Well, anyways, the road's dangerous. We should probably all travel together, don't you think? Safety in numbers.
I wonder how freaked out Minakoi is getting that there are more and more creepy people joining the group.
More and more.
I
creepy
mean,
people.
he has been staring directly at her eyes, waiting for her to blink the entire time. Like it's just like his facial features are kind of like perplexed with mouth agaped as he's speaking.
Fair.
Yeah, like it'll happen eventually. It has to.
Kaito Ray. Coming around the side of the broken down cart, you see a mother with a 12-year-old child in her arms, both of whom were killed in this attack. Spear thrust through both of them. And yet, sitting next to this sad scene is that very same child, holding her knees up against her chest, looking up at you. Did they kill me? Did they kill me? Am I
Ray's
dead?
gonna like crouch down to be on child's level.
I'm
I'm
dead.
afraid they did.
What? No. What about my mama?
Oh God! Sorry, I thought I was muted.
What? I can't see very far. Where am I? Help me. Help me.
You're still lingering here. You need to let go.
I can't let go. Can't let go. Will you hold me?
Yes.
And she comes up to hug you, and you actually feel, if you choose to embrace her back,
Mm-hmm.
you actually feel this immediate connection with this child. As if the ghost itself is bonded to you in some way.
Uh-oh.
Will my dad, is he alive? My brother. I need to find my family. Will you help me find my family?
I can take you to the survivors.
Okay. I had a little toy around here somewhere. And you notice in the arms of the child, on her physical body, there is a straw doll that has these kind of lacquered rice pearls for eyes, and this very gorgeous looking piece of blue silk wrapped around the neck.
All right. Am I able to get the toy without touching the body?
Yeah, I'll say you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will very carefully and gently take the toy.
I don't.
And just like, let's go.
Okay, it feels better when you hold it. Thank you. And by the way, this is me introducing your bonded ghost to you.
Okay.
Okay. What's your name, miss?
My name is Kaito Ray. What is yours?
Kyoko.
Kyoko, that's a lovely name.
Thank you. Ayoshi, there's a ghost nearby.
Hmm?
I was telling Ayoshi that there's a ghost nearby.
I'm because she's Falcon clad. I'm kind of like in my head channeling Falcon.
Yeah.
My head's just gonna whip in its direction, and she's gonna walk towards it.
You see Ray carrying a rice-wrapped, like a straw doll with that blue scarf and the two lacquered pearl rice eyes. And whatever it is somewhere near her.
What's the feeling I get from the ghost?
Scared. Super scared. Sad. Like, deeply dark pits of sadness sad. like encompassing sadness? Like as if there will be no light in the universe?
So my brain is, it'll be eventually. So would it be out of bounds to say if it's like this, it's probably going to end up being, if it's not malignant now, it's going to be?
You could make a religion check or a a theology check is probably
Okay.
your best bet to try and figure that out. And like void or earth would probably be your best bet here.
If she's a phantom hunter, I'm going with void.
Okay. Yeah, you got 3 successes. It depends. There's a lot of dependencies here. Spirits in Rokugan are not unheard of. It is completely normal for spirits to appear. I mean, not like every day they hang out and stuff, but like there is a long religious tradition of spirits interacting with the physical world in some way or another, and there is a long tradition of ancestor worship, which is essentially spirit worship. So but you do know that a life taken too early without fulfilling its dharma that doesn't go back into the wheel does tend to have coping problems and could turn malignant in the wrong hands.
Okay. What's the feeling I get off Ray?
I mean, you can make it, you would have to like read her to do that, which would be like aesthetics, probably.
I'm
Like
assuming I know her clan, but
Yeah, she's Phoenix, so you obviously know that she is magically competent, or at least well magically educated, coming from the Phoenix clan is a safe assumption, right? You also know... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, you also know Shrine Keepers. She is... her family mon is from the Kaito family. And the Kaito family, they're known to keep temples and shrines, so there's a good likelihood that she has had truck with spirits in the past, and that she is probably equipped to do it. You don't know her personally, but given the very basics you've seen from who she is, where she comes from, and how she's operated in this short moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get closer. I haven't put my katana away, and
Okay.
I'm just staring at her. I think, just watching as she walks by. My head just kind of.
Yeah, Ray, Ayo, she's staring at you. Unblinkingly. Weirdly.
I'm going to turn to her and just be like, it is rude to stare, especially when we have not been introduced.
I know your clan, and I recognize your garb. Will you be helping this one move on?
Of course.
Be
It
careful.
would not do to leave one so young lost.
Be careful.
Thank you.
But she won't move and she won't stop staring. She's just waiting for you to leave, basically.
And you're heading back up with Kuroyuki, Muinakoi, and Sayaka to the merchants?
Yes.
Okay.
Munako is already out. When he heard Ghost, he got on his horse and fucking booked. He's like, see you all at the castle, everybody. Like leaving the scene.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a series wrap on Mono Muinakoi.
It's just that it's
those anxieties.
yeah, no, it's just that anime scene being like, where did Munakoi go? And you already see him in the distance being like, all right, guys, we'll see you there with the back
Smoke cloud.
Yeah. It's just a trot. He's not galloping. You can catch up with him, but he's just like waving, being like, all right, later.
Okay. So the other 4 of you make your way back over to Ryu and Izumi, who is Sayaka's retainer, who are sitting up on the cart with these 2 terrified and yet thankful-looking merchants.
Are Ryu and Izumi okay?
Yeah, they're fine.
Um, yeah, I'll go up to the two merchants and I'm very, very sorry for your losses.
Thank you. We were just. Thank you. It's never seen anything like that before.
Can are you able to tell us what happened?
They
Would you like some time to collect yourself?
no. It's okay, Crane-sama. We were caravanning up the road, leaving from Otosanuchi to pick up more wares in Phoenix Lands, and road was perfectly clear. And then as we came around the bend here, it seemed like these creatures sprung out of the ground. They just kind of just came up, and there they were, out of like nothing, the shadowy. And then they were there. I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
Can we pay you for saving us or
Oh,
something?
there's no need.
Okay.
We couldn't pass by and not take care of such awful creatures.
Thank you. Our families.
Put whatever you would have paid us into taking care of all of that.
May we take the time to deal with our relations.
They're allowed to touch dead people, right?
I mean, they're not non-people. They're merchant class, so they're kind of middle class, and so technically shouldn't. But it's their family, and they're out in the middle of nowhere, and so they'll probably need to do purification once they get somewhere civilized. But they're not gonna just leave their families out to rot.
Okay. So it's kind of like but as long as you like clean and purify yourself, it'll be okay. And
Yeah.
Okay.
So imagine that spiritual sins kind of ratchet down in intensity, right, as you move down the pecking order. It's still
Sure.
not great, and they still don't want to do it. But
Sure.
they will in extenuating circumstances.
Right. Their
And this-
family.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yep.
Of course. Would you like us to accompany you back, or will you be?
What, back where? To the Phoenix Lands? No, that's.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sure
so
that's completely out of your way.
we were heading to the Emerald Champions Castle. If
We are passing by that. We were planning on passing by there on the way to see if there's anything we could pick up before going home to sell.
if you still plan on going there, we would be happy to escort you.
Yes, that would be excellent. Thank you. Just give us some time if you would.
Of course.
Thank you. And the two of them. Oh, go ahead, Ray.
Does Kyoko recognize either of them?
She calls you. You hear her talking about her uncle's lived, and it's even sadder now that her parents didn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part. What did they say about being attacked?
The goblins and the ogre apparently just came out of the ground.
I'm gonna walk around and see if I spot anything that can explain that.
Yeah, make an aesthetics air check, and Ray and Aoshi, you can both make theology checks, either theology air or theology earth. All right, so Misery, you've got one exploding die that you can reroll.
And the same thing up top, right?
Yep, same thing. Okay, so, was that air or earth?
I did air.
Okay, so in air, you can spend, you would actually, oh no, so you could notice an interesting detail in the scene. And then Kaito Ray, you got 2 successes. if you want them, with strifeless, and then 1 opportunity strifeless if you want it.
Yes.
Okay. Is that what you want to keep?
Yeah.
These
That's
were
what I would keep.
independently looking around, feeling into the actual spiritual nature of the area. Sadly, Kuroyuki, your physical investigations don't bear any fruit. But Aoshi and Rei, looking around and kind of tapping into the spiritual essence of this area through your own means, both come to the same conclusion. These were called here. They were summoned.
I'm gonna go over to karaoke. Karaoke.
Yeah,
And
Kuroyuki. Yeah. Yep.
and say, these were summoned. They didn't wander here without purpose.
Neither did the running that we encountered before.
I do believe something's on the go.
I'm going to walk back to the merchants. Did either of you encounter somebody that was wearing was it red robe hood?
It was black.
Black? Okay. Did you encounter anybody or see anybody on Overlook wearing a black hood?
And they both start like looking down and kind of thinking really hard. We heard what we thought was the neighing of a horse. It was hard to tell where it came from. It's almost like it was echoing. We just thought it was other travelers, and until you asked us now, it didn't even dawn on us that it might be something else.
I'm gonna look back at Aoshi and do they have to be within a certain distance to summon at this spot?
Would I know this?
How many successes did you get? You get 2. It depends. Like, you're not an expert at that sort of thing, right? Like, theoretically, no. But it would really depend on how powerful this person was.
It depends on the person and how powerful they are with their connections to the other. I have not seen this. I cannot give you a clear answer. Maybe if I commune or have tea. I'm not sure.
Commune would not be a bad idea.
Is what I was thinking.
Yeah. Both Rei and Aoshi, you both feel that things are starting to kind of calm back down spiritually as well, now that the filth has been removed from the area. But you can jointly commune, too, if you two want to work together on it.
I do have a divination set.
I'm going to walk about 100 yards off the road.
Forest side or reed side?
Reed side.
Okay.
And I'm going to slowly circle around, at least until somebody calls to me to come back, looking for horse tracks.
Okay, make an aesthetics air check. And as you're doing that, Kaito, Rei, and Aoshi, you are going to attempt to speak to the spirits?
Yes.
So Aoshi, I know, has commune. Rei, do you have commune as well?
I believe so. Let me double check. Yes, commune with the spirits.
Okay. So what I'd like is one of you to be the lead roller, and the other one will roll as well, and then successes will be added to their roll. So who wants to lead and who wants to support?
Why don't you lead?
Very well. So what do I roll?
So for commune, it's going to be Theology Void, I believe.
It's a TN1 theology check using air, earth, fire, water, or void.
Oh, okay. So it's a TN. Okay.
It just depends on which spirit you're trying to call.
So do I roll from the techniques?
You can roll from the techniques, or you can just make a theology check off of your conflict page.
Because what this is, I'm gonna roll void.
Okay. So before you roll, Ray will roll to assist, and that will tell us how much extra help you get.
Okay.
Okay, 3 successes, 2 of which are exploding.
All right. Let me reroll those.
So no strife, and 3 successes. Okay. Cool. So you're going to have some help on this. You're going to get some extra successes from Ray's roll. So now you're going to go ahead and roll your theology void. And get 1 success exploding, which is all you need to start, but go ahead and re-roll that ring die, or that skill die.
Mm-hmm. So drop the ring, +1 to skill?
+1 to skill. That is correct. And another opportunity. So, here's what, as the 2 of you begin to do this ritual, Kaito Ray begins to spread her divination cards out, giving you an additional focus. And as you begin to stare down at them and importune the spirits around you, you feel this intense sense of taint, this corruption. Something was slaughtered here. Something in the invocation of this blood magic was used. You have heard of this before. It's called Maho. And those who practice it are called Maho Sukai. Maho, by the way, is Maho, or blood magic. It is a corruption of the spiritual order using death and blood to importune the spirits to do something terrible, such as raise up Shadowlands creatures in the middle of here, right? You believe it's happened off somewhere in the trees, but it's hard to know exactly where.
Okay.
Sayaka, what are you doing during all of this?
I'm probably just hanging out by the cart with Izumi and is Munakoe still just effed off?
Yep.
All right, fair. Yeah, all of our creepies are hanging out with ghosts. So I'm just chilling with Ryu and Izumi probably.
Going on.
Are they? I have to ask such weird questions in this because I don't know. Are they allowed to play? Are they allowed to play Go?
Sure.
Okay, I'll offer if either of them want to play Go, and we'll just sit down on like the cart or whatever, and just like, because we're basically just waiting for them to take care of their families, and we're just kind of waiting and such. So,
and all of this is happening. You off on the reed side, a pillar of smoke has started to form, where they're burning the bodies of their family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to play Go with Izumi, who's perfectly happy to play Go with you, and is actually probably one of your favorite partners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Aoshi and Ray, what are you doing with that knowledge?
I'm basically going to tell keep within us, our little group, but I'm also going to start walking off towards the woods where I feel the taint, and basically, no, I wouldn't be able to use by Light of Lord Moon for that, but can I I thought I had cleansing right. I don't. Okay, but
I do.
I'm gonna try and find the site.
Okay. as you start heading off into the woods, Ray, I imagine you're going along with, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Kuroyuki, you have crossed through the reeds, across the road, up ahead. You see Muinakoi clomping off in the distance. And as you start coming around, you kind of intersect where Ray and Aoshi are, who seem to be heading off in a specific direction.
I'll follow them curiously.
Okay. All right. And you move off into the forest and you smell it before you see it. It's a smell of death, of a rotting carcass. And as you come upon the scene, there you see 5 black candles burnt to a nub, in the center of which is a horse, whose blood has been spilt across this circle, its throat slashed, its stomach opened, and it looks like it's been desiccated of all its life energy. The body has shrunken in upon itself. You have come upon the site of a blood ritual. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Sounds good.
Yay!
Good, wholesome activities.
And we'll be right back after
Everybody
these
go get some food.
positive, wholesome messages on Steel Blossom Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah! We're coming back. We're coming back right now. We're coming back right now. I promise we're back. And we're back. Welcome back, everyone, to the second episode, although apparently this time it was Kuroyuki who fell out of her chair, and not Sayaka. So that's pretty good. As long as one person falls out of their chair at the beginning of every cut, we're good. All right. Let's get started. Our party is on the road to the castle of the Emerald Champion, where they will train to become Emerald Magistrates. Today, they've run into a strange occurrence. 12 goblins and an ogre on the road having raided
12 goblins gobbing.
and having raided a caravan. They were able to dispatch them and meet a new ally, Toritaka Aoshi of the Falcon Clan. In their investigations, they realized that something more mystically odd was afoot, and headed off in the woods to figure out what it was, other than Motomu and Ikoi, who's riding away in a cloud of nope. Toritaka Aoshi, Kaido Rei, and Soshi Kuroyuki moved off into the woods together, and there they found a disturbing scene. A horse, desiccated as if it had been laying there for years, but fresh blood around it and fresh entrails. Coming out of its stomach, 5 black candles burned down to a nub surrounded. There is a feeling of death in this place. What happens next?
Aoshi is just going to do a circle around it, looking at everything, trying to take as much of it in, and trying to. I don't think she's overly familiar with this. It's not her specialty, not what she trained for. But I think,
Yeah,
I think she has an idea of it from her, from dealing with the crab and dealing with her own family and everything like that. So I think she's a little.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Both you and Ray would have no functional knowledge of how to do this sort of thing, but would have been trained enough to know that such evils exist in the world and what signs to look for. And these are definitely signs of Maho usage.
Would I know if I broke the circle, like either hit it with my sword or scuffed it with my foot? Would there be any
Repercussions?
Yeah.
Neither of you get the sense right now of any active magics here. It is all like the lingering miasma of what was done, not what is currently happening.
And I know that this place is tainted. Well, do I? Again, I'm sorry. I'm not being about not being so familiar with the system, but
that's okay.
But I know the place is permanently tainted or anything like that. That would draw spirits.
It may draw spirits. It depends on. It's hard to get a judge of the power of the ritual. It was certainly powerful enough to draw spirits from the Shadowlands here, and that's kind of a big deal. But was it strong enough to permanently taint this area? You know that you probably don't want to commune with spirits here right now. That would be pretty dangerous. But you could make a theology check to kind of just spread your senses out and see what you feel.
And for after that, because I am going to make that roll. This is cleansing right. Remove afflicted condition from a target. That wouldn't work to clean this area, would it?
No, the afflicted condition is something that is put on people.
I thought, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I will do that. Just 1 second.
I'm also going to wander around, but I'm going to look specifically for tracks.
What did you say for the theology roll? Would be.
So it'd be theology plus the ring you think is most appropriate to investigate here now.
Yeah, my experience would always be void.
Okay.
Same.
All right. So between the two of you, I'm looking at 4 successes and 2 exploding successes. Hit me with those 5 successes and 2 exploding successes. Hit me with those exploding successes.
Where I got. No, just 1. Okay.
Yeah. You each got 1 exploding. Indeed. Roll the exploding successes. Or did you? And I'm not seeing them yet.
I thought I did.
Why are they not showing up? There, no. Why? What?
I can screenshot it.
No. What did you both roll? For some reason, oh, there they are. It took a weirdly long time for them to show up. Okay, so it's not much extra. Take the strife from your kept dice, and this area will be tainted for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Should no additional rituals happen here, the two of you start putting your heads together and talking about it, and based on like the theories and the ability to interact with the spirits that you instinctually both have, you know that over time, nature will reclaim this place. The spirits will reclaim this place, as long as no additional sorts of rituals here. It was not consecrated specifically as a ritual space. It was a place where a ritual was done, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find a fairly large stick.
Okay.
And I'm trying to obscure the circle and the candles and everything that was done. I'm trying to make it not obvious for somebody to, when they come there, to say, oh, okay, well, if I set it up like this, then I can do the same thing almost.
Yeah, you can easily destroy the ritual site. Absolutely. The more difficult thing will be dealing with the dead horse. If you want to deal with that, that's going to provide complications, because as samurai, you cannot touch dead things.
No.
Yeah. But Kuroyuki, go ahead and give me that aesthetics air check. Investigate. Looking for footsteps. Yeah, you find footsteps. You're at 3 strife, 3 successes, 2 of which are exploding. Reroll your exploding successes. Another exploding success and another strife.
I won't take it. That's a lot of strife.
Okay, yeah. 2 horses came here, one of which had a rider, one of which did not. The other horse, along with its rider, rode off 20 minutes ago. Very quickly and deeper into Lion Lands, which are to the west of you.
I am one above my composure threshold for strife.
Okay, so you can choose to hold on to it for now. And the way that works is, let's just get to that real quick. It's unmasking, compromised. If you hear a lot of things going on in the background at the moment, it's because my niece and nephew just showed up upstairs. All right. Once you are compromised, your vigilance attribute counts as 1, and when making a check, a compromised character cannot keep dice containing strife symbols. You cease to be compromised when your strife drops below your composure. You are not forced to unmask. Unmasking would set your unmasking. When you unmask, you remove all of your strife, and then you tell us how you emotionally act out and remove your face, right? Or you just don't take successes with strife on them until such time as you get a chance to chill out and have some tea.
Tea is no longer my thing.
Oh, it's not?
No, Daredevil.
Oh, right. That's right. It's Daredevil now. That's right.
So here's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Kuroyuki is getting gradually more and more freaked out because don't wanna with the ritual. And getting more and more frustrated because this person seems to be directly impeding us and going back into the Lion Lands, which I know we're going to the Emerald Champion's Castle. We're not going to be staying here.
Yeah.
So there's this person that I cannot catch who is deliberately upsetting the countryside of the Lion Lands and targeting us. And that's just building up more and more in me. And my unmasking is literally an unmasking. I take off a portion of my mask that covers the scar, and I just start scratching at the scar.
Okay. Is there any sort of verbal outburst with that?
No, it's just a bunch of like guttural, almost animalistic sounds in my throat as I'm scratching at my scar because it actually feels like it's burning.
Okay. Kaito Rei and Toritaka Aoshi, you both see and hear this happen.
Dungeon storyteller?
Yes, sir.
Since I'm away from all this creepy bullshit,
Yes.
can I remove strife?
Yeah, you may go down to half strife.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. You've ridden off though. The mystery is elsewhere at the moment. And
I'm well aware.
Yep.
Mukoe is very happy.
Okay. Having discovered the site of the ritual and that someone was indeed here and cast it, Soshi Kuroyuki explodes in their own way in frustration at the inability to catch this person. What happens next?
Kuroyuki-san, perhaps we should reconvene at the cart and determine our next steps.
I'm going to head about 100 yards after the tracks, and then I'll go back to the carts.
Yeah, they go off through the woods, and you're able to follow them pretty clearly.
And I'm basically going to be scratching at my face until I feel blood on my fingers, and then I'll stop.
Okay. Go ahead and lose 1 endurance.
I did myself an injury.
Yeah. Yourself an ow. After that, you all make your way back to the cart where Doji Sayaka is playing Go with Izumi as Ryu watches over them, trying not to backseat game.
I feel that our best move would be to continue to the castle and report what we have found.
No, if I continue to the castle, then she'll just take this spot.
Not in the game, Sayaka-san.
Oh, my apologies.
Y'all.
Try.
All right. Yes.
Yes? We're moving on?
Well, Sayaka doesn't want to just give up the game. Have you checked on the merchants?
They come back about a minute later after Rei, Aoshi, and Kuroyuki come back.
Shit. Okay.
Mistress, I can remember where our pieces were if you'd like, and we may continue tonight around the campfire. Says
Oh, you
Izumi.
can?
I believe so, yes.
Thank you, Izumi.
Of course.
Okay, now I'm good. We can continue.
Okay. Moving along the road, Muanako, you look back and it looks like they've started moving. If you want to head back to them or just wait for them to catch up to you, it's up to you. No? Yes? Decisions?
Muted.
Someone was reading Twitter, I think. And you're also muted.
Muted.
Yeah, sorry. No, at this point,
yeah.
I think he's gone back far. He's gone forward far enough. Looked around. Looked down at his horse. Well, Sad Sack. His horse's name is Sad Sack.
I love that.
You're gonna have to turn around and help these creepy people with their bullshit. Come on. And he'll rein the horse around. And it's not going to be like a gallop. It's like a slow, kind of like brooding walk. Like, I can't believe.
Even the
these
horse
are
is
the
down as he's plodding along.
Yeah, like a picture of Don Quixote a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
I love that. That's a great image. Just, God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, I love that.
Exactly
That's amazing.
what's happening. So
And
you can insert me in when you feel like it's thematically appropriate.
Yeah, about 20 minutes of re-traveling back together as you head back down the road and they head up the road. You all meet back up. And we'll continue down the road. And you have the opportunity for scenage here if you need it.
Oh.
I'll just look at him blankly and go, thank you for scouting ahead.
It was amazing. Well, path's clear. I mean, that's what I meant to say.
Thank you.
Yes.
Are you sure there aren't any ghosts up there?
No, I'm not, because I'm a normal person and can't see dead things.
But they can see you.
You asshole.
Ray is going to very carefully like take the doll that she's been carrying and kind of tuck it in her obi.
Thank you. You hear whispered in your ear, Ray.
Of course.
Now we're just gonna have Ray randomly talking to herself.
Everything's fine.
Well, what did you discover, I suppose?
Maho.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what that is unless someone told you. That would not be within your realm of expertise at all.
Blood magic.
Oh, wonderful. I know that. That's, do I? I imagine blood magic is just...
No, I mean, not really. You would, the
But
closest...
I've heard it before. It's like I'm not an expert, but...
It would be like a 7-year-old's understanding of, like, World War II, where it's like US good, Germany bad. You think Germany and immediately go bad, right? And of course, in reality, that's true, by the way. I'm just saying, like, you have the only logical connection you have between those two words is Maho and bad. There's not like a lot of context or history around it, but you know Maho bad.
Okay. Well,
The creatures were deliberately summoned.
By who?
That
Well-
we do not know.
Considering the timing, I would probably guess the same person that set the bandits on us.
That would be Lion. When we were in Lion Lands, right?
Yeah,
You still are.
Person.
Most of all of this is Lion Lands now.
We're still in Lion Lands.
Whoever
And
that
the
person
tracks.
was that hired them. Fortunately, we don't have much on them. Just
Right. Well,
Tracks head deeper into Lion Lands.
Well, I think this is something we should bring up
certainly, absolutely.
when we get to Castle Shuru-Yagasha.
Castle Grayskull.
Also that.
I was thinking Ravenloft.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get to Ravenloft,
Yeah.
Great, good.
can
Alright.
remain in your creepy ass Vistani lands. All right. I guess for right now, let's just keep going. Not gonna lie, the less we talk about this and the sooner we kill it, the better. You all investigate. You point me at what needs to die, and I'll charge. Sad Sack and I will charge in. Scimitar blazing.
I'm not going to ask why he's named Sad Sack.
Oh, he's a good little Sad Sack. Leave my boy alone. I'll tell you this: he can fuck you up.
How very direct of you.
All my horses are named Sad Sack. Anyway,
Can I talk to Sad Sack?
don't you dare get near my fucking horse. What I will say.
Well then,
He is a perfect being, and we have great bond friendship going on.
You will not touch my son.
Yes.
Do not speak to my son ever again.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
okay.
I'll go to the merchants and see how they're doing too.
Shaken, sad, upset, kind of quiet.
I'll distribute the meat and ale, whatever is left over, even if it's the last bits, and give it to them.
Thank you, Moto-sama. That's incredibly kind of you.
Well, just brighten up. That drink should help you.
It will mute some of the sorrow for a while, and that is welcome.
Good to know. Always worked with me. And we'll continue trotting along at that point, looking ahead.
Okay. The rest of the ride for the day will pass uneventfully as you make your way to find a camping site. One day left before you make it to the castle of the Emerald Champion. It's easy enough to find a camping site here along the road. If you would like to make it more secure, you can make a survival check. But you're getting into a more frequently traveled area. where there are obvious waypoints along the way where people kind of stop and camp. And so they're not like marked out with like a bench or anything, but there are clearings where you see the remnants of old fires, perhaps some animal bones laying around from like fish bones or things like that from old meals that were eaten here.
I'll mix survival.
Okay. Yeah, give me a survival earth.
So we're one day out from the castle.
Yeah, you're one day out from the castle.
I'm going to go into my tent, and I'm going to change out what I'm wearing to like almost a muted red gi and a dark black hakama.
Okay.
And I'm going to change up. I'm going to like take some grease that I had in a jar and just grease up my hair and slick it back and change my stance and my demeanor so I look more boyish.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go, as soon as the fire started, I'm going to go climb a tree.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go climb a tree.
Settling around the fire that night, and yes, Mu and Akoa, you are able to find a bit more of a secure spot, a bit off the road, where there's just a kind of a small line of trees shielding you from the side of the road itself. And so it makes for a bit more of a secure camping spot for you all. And that evening, as you settle around the fire to eat your evening meal, the night before you're going to make entrance into the castle, you slowly realize, Ray and Aoshi first, that your number has increased by 1. The ghostly visage of the ghostly visage. Why can't I say that? Visage. What? Yay! The ghostly visage of Doji Satsumi sits among you, staring into the fire as unperturbed as your companions before they notice his presence. Once again, his stern face suggests that he intends to assign you a task. Even now, his face is clearer than it was even in Tsuma, as though he's slowly nearing the completion of whatever his mission is here in the realm of mortals. And he'll look up at all of you.
Before we move forward again, because I wasn't here before.
Yes.
What feeling do I get off of that?
This is a ghost on a mission. This is a spirit that was incredibly powerful in life. You don't immediately recognize them, but you recognize that this person is wearing the regalia of the Emerald Champion, the most important lawgiver in the country, which leads you to believe it is Doji Satsume, who recently died. There is currently no Emerald Champion.
Okay.
This is the ghost of the former Emerald Champion of Rokugan, sitting around your fire. And he will say, I see, you found a new companion.
Yes. I'll just motion for Aoshi to introduce herself to the ghost.
She will just say, my name is Toritaka Aoshi, and she'll bow respectfully.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Aoshi-kun. I know these 4. They helped me once before, and now that you travel with them, you share a connection with them, and I would ask you to join them in helping me one last time, or I am able to travel over to the other side finally. These 4, and thank you for doing so, protected an important person to me named Hitoshi in Tsuma. Thank you for helping him complete the tournament and become a Bushi as he was meant to be.
Of course.
I have one final... go. Say again, Ray?
It was an honor.
Thank you. I do have one final request. I know you travel now to become Emerald Magistrate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If it is in your power, ensure that the matter of my death is resolved in a way that brings no shame upon or retribution against my family. Would you be willing to do that as a final request from me?
What exactly do you mean? Are you
What?
worried that something is going to?
No, I don't. The moments around my death are lost to me. I don't know the circumstances of my demise. But I would imagine there is an investigation going on at this moment at the Castle of the Emerald Champion where I passed away. I do not care how I died. I only care that my family doesn't suffer any shame for it, and that my death does not sully the reputation of the office of the Emerald Champion. And I would ask that, having served me so well once before, you would do so one last time.
It would be an honor to do that. Of course.
Of course, Satsume-san.
Quietly enough that nobody else can hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure the ghost would hear the intent, if nothing else. Kiryoki's going to say, I will be your underhand in this matter.
Okay. Somebody may have heard that. Make a skullduggery test. You can't just, like, say a sentence and say that no one else is going to hear it. You got to actually try. And you will need to be the vigilance of the team. And everyone's vigilance is 3, and you rolled a 2. So
everybody heard that.
Yeah, everybody heard that. Yeah.
Who are y'all talking? Who is he talking to?
The ghost that you see sitting here.
Oh, I do see it. Okay,
Everybody
I didn't know
sees
if that
it.
was true.
Yeah,
okay.
no, everybody sees it. Yeah.
You were there last time we saw it too.
No, I understand. I just thought it was only Ray who saw it. Okay.
Pretend I didn't hear that. But I do.
Ray just smiles.
Sure. That's all Moto will say. And he'll also add, we'll do our best.
And finally it looks to you, Tori Takeuchi.
I will do what I can.
You do me an honor. You do not have the same history as these others with me. Thank you. And with that, the image slowly fades back, fades away, and is gone.
And she blinks twice.
Blink, blink.
Do I notice that?
Unless Aoshi wants it to be unnoticeable, yes.
Oh, she'll blink twice. Just
Roll skullduggery.
You do. I mean, yes. Moto's like, you do and stops himself halfway through. Okay.
Kuriyuki, as like a last thing before going to bed, is going to wander off to have some privacy. And she's going to try to mimic the kata that the Kenku was doing when they first came across her.
Okay. Make a martial arts earth check. Martial arts melee earth. Because this is about remembering. Good, an exploding success.
Oh, bring that down. There we go.
You remember some of the moves okay. You're able to kind of start mimicking it a little bit. You realize you're never going to get it perfectly, right? There's just something about the way that this supernatural being was able to move that will be difficult for a non-supernatural being to mimic. But you feel like you're starting to formulate some core tenets. It's going to be a long process, right? But just sitting there kind of playing with the motion and figuring out different ways to kind of hold the katana, draw the katana, move your body with the katana in your hand. You're starting to kind of latch on to some different techniques. None of which are in any way fully formed, all of which is entirely theoretical, but it's definitely a start.
That's going to be like a nightly routine for her. She's going to constantly be studying these movements and trying to innovate more movements out of them.
Okay.
Hey, creepy sushi girl. Want a partner? Sparring? Practice?
Thinking about the kata that I just did, I'm like, you're volunteering?
I mean, if you want to practice that, why not practice against somebody who beat the Kenku?
Okay, that's actually going to trigger my jealousy anxiety. So sure, let's have a bout.
Why not, right? Friendly competition. And it's just practice, not dueling or anything. Unless you want to duel.
That depends on if it might become a duel just because Kuryuki is trying to beat you.
Okay, yeah. He's not taking it seriously, so like probably just she'll probably just beat him.
Okay, yeah. Moo and Nico, you're like, yeah, we're gonna practice. It's gonna be great. I totally want to see what Kuryuki's working on. And then Kuryuki like comes at you and is like,
like moments where my Tessin is just flying out.
That was intense.
Yeah, he's like Munako is just like hands on the hips, bending over. Okay. Oh, good bout, and walks back.
I'll slide my katana back into its sheath and just call out,
Jesus Christ, what were you trying to do? Murder the shit out of me? I probably whipped out like a practice sword and you're just here on a murderous rampage.
Okay. Are there any other scenes we would like to have before the day when you arrive at the castle of the Emerald Champion?
I don't think so.
Ryoshi?
I want to talk to Sad Sack.
I think that's a hard no from Moo and Nikoi.
Well, she could try, but she better make a goddamn skullduggery.
I'm not going to make skullduggery.
Okay, good.
I'm going to use nature's touch.
Okay.
No. No.
I mean, you have an opportunity while Kuroyuki.
She does. She does have an opportunity.
You have an opportunity while Kuroyuki is dueling / practicing with Moo and Nikoi.
Would it be honorable to do something that he didn't want while he's
away?
away?
No, you probably make an honor loss off of it. I'm actually going to do something different with honor today. Instead of trying to, on the fly, give you your honor rewards, I'm going to watch back through it as I do my podcast editing and mark down your honor and glory gains.
Okay.
And losses.
Gains.
Yep. Make it good.
But I mean, on the other hand, the horse is a creature with its own will, independent of Munakoi.
It's a service beast.
That's fair.
A war horse, too. We are warriors together, brothers in arms.
What's up, bro?
I am a unicorn.
Hey!
I'm a unicorn.
I'm a unicorn.
Okay, fine. I won't talk to Sad Sack this time.
No, you can. I'm just saying. Go.
Yeah, don't let the player talk. Yeah.
Now I'm curious.
Don't let the player talk you out of it. If you want to do it in character and they have an opportunity, you should feel free to try.
Yeah, let's do it. That is a TN1 Air Theology check.
All right. Hey, look, you got a success and a strive.
Yay.
And you got 2 successes, 2 strive. 2 successes, 1 strife.
Yeah, we'll keep those. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. So, how do you reach out to the spirits in order to communicate with this horse? Tell me how that looks and feels to you.
First, I am going to spend the opportunity.
Mm.
If you succeed, the animal will also act favorably towards you automatically due to your politeness. Fulfilling one request does not put it in danger without having to be convinced with bribes of food or subsequent checks.
I love it.
Your horse owes me a favor.
Yeah.
So Ray's just going to go over to where Satsek is and just kind of like gently pet the horse on its nose. And just, just kind of start speaking quietly and gently and respectfully.
Hello.
Hello. Are you doing okay? Is there anything you need?
I think it's a little weird that you could talk to me.
I can speak with a lot of things.
Okay. Do you have any... What?
I would like you to keep your eyes open. If you see anything...
I do that when I'm awake. I can't when I'm asleep, though.
No, just while we're traveling.
They're always open when I'm traveling.
Have you seen anything that strikes you as unusual?
I've never seen any of this land before.
That's very fair.
What
Are
do
you
you mean?
enjoying this land?
Seems okay. That one place back there that boss took me away from was scary, and I'm glad we left it.
I am also glad we left it.
What do you want me to look for?
I would like you to watch for anyone trying to harm your boss, Munakoi-san.
I will kick them in the face and make them die and watch them bleed before me if they try to harm my rider.
Meanwhile, in the dueling fields.
Good, good.
I will lap at their blood like it is a cool, refreshing stream.
I mean, he is a warhorse.
Yes. He's got one thing he's passionate about, and you just hit it on the nose.
Ray's going to offer him an apple.
I very much like apples. Thank you.
You're very welcome. That's it.
Okay.
This is my best friend.
That was better than I expected it to be.
Anything else tonight?
No, I think that's more than enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we got the social pillar out of the way for tonight.
Okay. The morning comes quietly and uneventfully, and you all pack up. 2 merchants, Izumi, Ryu, and the 5 of you make your way, either on foot, on horse, or on cart, through a relatively thick forest. It goes kind of up this broad ridge, and as you come out the other side, the forest clears away and a deep valley spreads out before you, and many miles ahead, you see a large, ornate stronghold sitting on a hill bordered by wide, empty plains. Inside the walls are many buildings, each of whose sloped roofs glisten with the shine of emerald. Moving down through the valley, they're full of folk working on what appears to be millet and wheat fields. Peasants who apparently serve this castle up ahead, which you know to be the castle of the Emerald Champion.
Emerald.
As you make your way to the main gate, Ryu stands on his on the footing of his cart, and he says, "Thank you, my friends. It has been an absolute honor to travel with you. Thank you for keeping me safe and righting my cart 2 weeks ago. Thank you again."
Of course.
Thank you for allowing us to use your cart.
May you trade favorably.
Izumi hops off to stand beside Doji Sayaka, and the two merchants apparently go with Ryu. And as he moves his horse around to the servants' entrance, it seems that he's very popular here, as a bunch of peasants are greeting him, shaking his hand, greeting him very warmly. And as you begin to look around this castle, there's a hustle and bustle of magistrates, some with baggage carts filled with scrolls, some rushing to attend duties, and others, as you enter the gates of the building itself, or the castle itself, it becomes even more chaotic, overwhelming with servants and soldiers and bureaucrats, all marching past in different directions on urgent business. One of you overhears a passing courtier muttering, "I'd heard that Doji Satsumi left the castle in quite a disarray, but this is unexpected." It's obvious that in the wake of Satsume's death, Agasha Sumiko, the acting Emerald Champion, is trying to fulfill her new duties while also continuing her duties as Ruby Champion, keeping her and the rest of the inhabitants of the castle extremely busy. Quickly enough, an official comes up to you. He's a dragon bushi, it looks like, and he's carrying a bundle of scrolls and goes, "Oh, Samurai, are you the new Emerald Magistrate trainees?"
That would be us.
Yes, of course.
Well done. You've come just on time. I respect your punctuality. My name is Kitsugi Kage. I am the personal assistant and Yuriki to the Emerald Champion. Thank you so much for your punctuality. I apologize for the state of the castle. Sumiko is busy with the duties of both jobs, and the death was so sudden that everybody's still recovering, and the new additions here, you all are going to be a welcome addition to help us kind of reduce some of the work around here. And I will actually, at this point, bring up the map to the Emerald Palace. It is a sprawling estate with multiple 4- and 5-story high walled areas containing multiple buildings. It's a warren of smaller buildings around them and passageways. The bottom levels of each of these buildings made of stone, while the higher levels are made of those slat wood with the white. I can't ever remember what it's called.
White.
Daub and wattle. I don't know. Whatever. It's the, like you see, yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but has that kind of white and wooden crafted exterior on the outside of it. And it's just movement everywhere. The highest tower sits off in kind of the northeast corner, and it is easily 6 stories high. And there's a number of windows coming out from it. And on top of that tower, where the pointed roof comes together, there is the symbol of the Emerald Champion emblazoned in glorious emerald sitting there. That must be the Tower of the Emerald Champion itself. So how was your journey?
Don't ask. Ask all of them.
Eventful. Certain.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, we were attacked by bandits just after leaving the dojo. We rescued some merchants from. Wait. Out of character. Would this be okay to just talk about?
Anything dealing with the Shadowlands or like blood ritual stuff would not be okay to talk about in public.
Okay. We saved some merchants from an attack. We can discuss the details of that later.
Of course.
But yes, far more violent than we would have hoped.
The Empire's falling into chaos, and it's not. We're doing our best to hold it together. And I know I'm sorry. Well, let me just take you to your quarters, and he'll bid you to follow him. We can actually stable your horse for you as well. He obviously can't go in your quarters with you.
You can't?
No, we can put him in the stables, though.
Castle Moto-san. It doesn't.
This is a unicorn warhorse. He needs a field to run around in. He's not just your typical stable horse.
Well, you will only have classes in the morning. Your afternoons are free to do your own. You can give him a ride every day if you so choose.
Very well. Be sure he's well cared for. He likes apples.
This is the castle of the Emerald Champion. Every horse here is well cared for, because each and every one is a servant of the Emperor. Porter!
Perfect.
And he yells for a porter who comes and leads your horse away. He pulls a little half apple slice out and feeds it to the horse as he takes it away.
So this is like this is gonna sound super elitist. Yeah. This is like a servant, right?
Yeah, this is a servant taking the horse away.
I'll stop and be like, if I find out he's been mistreated in any way, I'll cut off your hands.
He bows, and then he bows more deeply and goes, I will serve you well, Moto-sama.
Don't serve me well. Serve Sad Sack well.
I will serve Sad Sack well, Moto-sama.
Go.
Yes, Moto-sama.
Who's the dude that is leading us around again?
His name is Kitsugi Kage. He has said that he is the assistant to and Yoriki for the Emerald Magistrate.
Moto-san, you should trust in Kitsugi-sama. If he calls this person to take your horse there, he must trust his skill in handling them.
Doesn't hurt to emphasize the point.
Well, threatening to cut off his hands.
Well, you tick for tack. I don't tell you how to talk to people in court. Don't tell me how to take care of my horse.
I'm asking you to treat people with respect. But
I do treat people with respect. I just treat my horse with more respect. If you're making me choose between a person and my horse, I'm choosing Sad Sack.
I see.
This conversation happens as Kitsugi Kage is taking you through the grounds of the Emerald Champion, the castle of the Emerald Champion. The main gate, you walked up some steps here to the main gate, and as you walk through this large entrance into the courtyard, it was just bustling with people. And then he kind of takes you up and around through a few 1- and 2-story homes that seem to surround a very nice central river with some bridges over it that seems to have been harnessed through this area through some form of engineering to provide flowing water for that castle. Kind of takes you around to the left, past a large tower, which he points out as you go by is the Ruby Champions Tower, and up through kind of across this valley gap, like a cut in the hill itself where there's about a 20-foot drop. 3 bridges cross it. You all take the central one into these 3-story quarters. And he says, this will be your home while you're here. This is the visiting magistrate's quarters. And they're simple on the first floor as he takes you in, but in a meditative way, with a central common room here on the first floor that has a large square table with a number of mats around it, a few very nice flower arrangements sitting in the corners, windows looking out over the fields. And then the second floor, there are 6 bedrooms, 3 on either side of a hallway. Each one has a simple futon in it with a dresser and a kind of area in which one could sit and meditate should they so choose. You have about an hour, he says, before the Emerald Champion has time to meet with you, but she asks that you be received by her today. So if you would like, baths are available if you need to freshen up, or if you just want to take a moment to allow the road to slip off you, now would be the time. I can come back in an hour and get you.
Of course, thank you so much.
Excellent.
Are we the only 5 magistrates in training at the moment?
No, there are a number of other magistrates who are taking different courses of studies, some of which will intersect with the classes you're taking during this basic session. It's actually a little out of order from what I understand, the way you're being trained, but we are in need, and I'm sure the Emerald Magistrate will explain everything.
Of course, of course.
Are there particular areas that are off limits to us?
I mean, not really. Only private quarters. So please don't, without invitation, go to the Emerald Champions rooms, or the Ruby Champions rooms, or any of the other visiting quarters, or the Dignitaries' quarters. But otherwise, no. This is we have a library, a full dining hall, multiple conference halls, and archives, a training yard, multiple dojos. Yes.
Where's the? You said dignitaries. Are there any clan representatives here?
In fact, we always have one representative from each clan here, acting as an intermediary between the clans and the Emerald Magistrate, or the Emerald Champion.
As the Unicorn clan dignitary, that Moto Muanakoi, would like to speak with him if he is able.
I will absolutely do so. However, the Emerald Champion has asked that other than me, she be the first person to speak with you when you come here. The Unicorn, our Unicorn representative's name is Shinjo Akiba, and I am sure by dinner tonight a meeting could be arranged.
Perfect. How do you spell that last one?
It's Shinjo and then Akiba.
Perfect.
And so you have about an hour as Kitsugi Kage leaves the room and leaves you to this place, unless you had any other questions for him.
Good. Is our strife reset since the new day?
You half of your strife, and then we'll just say for now your strife is gone.
Okay, got it. Cool.
And fatigue.
And fatigue as well.
Okay. All right, yeah. Sayaka is gonna take a bath and just chill until he comes to get us.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to clean up and rebraid my hair and try to make it neat.
I was going to see where they put Sad Sack.
For sure. It's easy enough to find the stables, and they're kind of in the back corner on the same side of the
So you're saying the horses are in the back?
The horses, yes, they keep the horses in the back. We have
Are
a
the
fine
horse
stock of
attached?
horses in the back.
Are the horse tacks attached?
In the back? Are the horse tacks attached in the back? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
What color are the hats?
Black hats with the horse hats attached to the back of the thing. I don't know where I lost it all.
Okay.
I don't know what's
Are the
going
The
on.
Sad
Right now.
Sack's in the back with the black hat with the tack attached to the back.
Black to match.
What is going on right now? I feel like this is a
Listen,
reference to
I just
something
want to know
that
if they put the carts before the horses.
I was referencing a song.
Old Town Road.
Oh, I don't know that song. I will
Well,
now listen to it after game today.
I started waiting. I was waiting to make that joke as soon as I saw that stables were in rear.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're
Thank
very
you for
welcome.
going on this journey with me.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad I went on this mysterious journey with you, and that other people knew what the hell was going on when I didn't. That makes me very happy.
Best kind of journey.
Yes. So, the stables are gorgeous here. There's a large stablery for each horse that's kind of double the size that you're used to. They're very open and airy. All of the horses seem to be taken care of. There's a number of grooms who are constantly attending to horses and make sure stables are cleaned, make sure that Bard and Tack are being very well kept up. Yeah.
Look at an apple, it'll feed it to Sad Sack and be like, for a good journey, pal, and pat him on the neck and go back to where he's supposed to go.
He waves his tail a little bit. You kind of hits you with it friendly as you walk out and stuff. Anything else that we want to have happen in this hour of downtime?
Kuriyuki is going to take a bath, and when she's done, she's going to finish her boyish disguise by taking some, like a small container of powdered charcoal and a brush, and basically faking a faint beard
Okay. Make a skullduggery or as aesthetics. Water. 2 exploding successes. 2 strive.
Then your picture's not going to be around when they take your picture for your Emerald Magistrate ID card.
It's serviceable. You don't. It's serviceable. Close inspection will reveal the ruse.
Only needs to fool a casual inspection to be confusing.
Okay. What is your intent, by the way? I'm fascinated. What is it you are? Why?
Every time Kuryuki goes someplace new,
Yeah.
There's a saying in a Terry Pratchett novel that says, "Always be a little foreign, no matter where you are."
Okay.
And Kuryuki always does something to change how she looks or how she is perceived in a new place.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, I like that. That's a very neat character beat. The beard. When you come out, everyone who knows you looks at it and goes, charcoal on your face everywhere. But maybe somebody who doesn't know you, because anything you do that is skullduggery based or anything like that, I'm going to base off people's vigilance. So if you exceed their vigilance, they're going to have to roll to check it. But if you're below their vigilance, then they're going to be like, that's not what it is. And all of you have a vigilance of 3. So you should all know that to try and fool your friends, you're going to need to get at least 3 successes to do so.
You eating charcoal?
Yeah, Mooniko is going to be like, oh, it's cute. You're trying to do what I do. Nice. Because Mooniko has a full beard.
I'm going to squint at Moonokoi and just put a hand on my Tessin and just walk towards the table.
All right. Cool the horses.
Okay. And then with all of that happening, the hour passes and Kitsuki Kage comes back. Because, I see you have mostly freshened up, except he just looks at you and says nothing, so Shikoryuki.
I sigh and go over and just wash my face off.
Okay. So how are you liking the ground so far?
They're lovely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We're very happy to have you. And he begins to walk you back through the estate, and to the grounds of the Emerald Champion, which is that high tower off in the corner. As you make your way up through the tower, stairs up, you realize that he's taking you in this roundabout sort of way, and that as you come up the first 2 stairs, you come out a courtyard, and the castle of the Emerald, or the Tower of the Emerald Champion, is now behind you, and you seem to be heading over to the Tower of the Ruby Champion. And he'll actually tell you this isn't normal protocol for new magistrates, but it is strange, I know, to kind of take this circuitous route, but the Emerald Champion asked me to. She would like to meet you within her chambers.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, be aesthetics air.
Aesthetics air. Why am I doing this? Aesthetics air. What's aesthetics under? I never used this.
Artisan skills. It's the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Godspeed.
When in Rome.
Yep. That big old 1 die and nothing.
Yes,
I like it.
Of course.
He seems like he is saying it is weird and he's sorry for the roundabout thing, but he was given an order and you're like, yeah, orders. I get that. That makes sense.
To the podcast listeners, that's a flat 0.
Yeah.
I have a mental image of him explaining this and Minuokoi literally just staring off into the void.
Literally.
Okay, and you make your way up to the top floor as you walk through some offices at first, and then up through what look like a series of, like a legal archive, and then up another floor to what looks to be the private chambers of the Ruby Champion, which is Agasha Sumiko's full-time job. Kage slides open the door, and you see a well-appointed but obviously very informal office space where you see Kitsuge Kage, Agasha Sumiko, and she looks up from her desk. She's wearing a ruby and yellow robes, combining the colors of her office and the Dragon Clan. Looks like she's in her mid-30s, and she's a woman with a sharp eye and very little smile. And she says, "Welcome, students," and then looks over at Kage and says, "I won't need you for this meeting, Kage-kun, if you would not mind." And with a grunt, Kitsuge Kage slides close the door. She looks at the five of you and says, "Please, have a seat."
Respectful bow and sit.
Yep. I'll sit.
Bow, sit.
Do I hear his footsteps fading as he walks away?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll bow and sit.
How was your journey?
Eventful.
Yes?
Treacherous.
Treacherous.
When we left the dojo,
Bianca
and-
Zelda, thank you for the follow. You were saying when we left the dojo? I'm sorry.
when we left the dojo and traveled a bit, there was part of the road was under construction and we had to take a side road. And on that side road, we were set upon by bandits.
Bandits?
Indeed. Apparently, they had been hired to do so, to attack us.
Specifically to attack you.
That seems to be the case.
That's disconcerting. Do you understand a motive as to why?
Not at all. The person that we asked and spoke to wasn't the leader of the group. He just had a view of what had gone down and just saw the person who all we got description wise was a woman in a dark cloak.
He looks concerned.
After that, we traveled and found this is the scarier part. Big
Ogres and goblins and ghosts.
I was getting to it.
You're getting to it slow.
That's how,
What were ogres doing this far above the Carpenter Wall?
I'll look to our Creepy Squad.
They were summoned.
They were
using
summoned.
that. Maho.
Her face
Oh.
suddenly becomes very serious. You encountered evidence of blood magic usage along the road from Suma. I would like you to show me on a map where you found this, and I will send investigators immediately.
It was about a day out, the mark of them. If the map comes out, I'll mark the area and I'll
She'll
also
pull out
mark where the actual ritual site was.
Yeah, she'll pull out a very local-looking map, and you immediately recognize the stretch of road, and yeah.
Based on what we were told by the merchants and what we saw at the site, the summoning couldn't happen too long before we had gotten there. There's a chance that it was, again, directed at us.
And the culprit moved farther into Lionlands.
All this happened on Lionlands.
Well, the road moves through Lionlands to here, so that doesn't in any way, to me, insinuate lion culpability. It's just bandits exist and evil people roam without the leave of any daimyo or leader anywhere in the empire. Evil
Fair
happens.
enough.
Evil happens everywhere, and you will certainly learn that in this career.
One could say my entire clan was based off that, but yeah.
So, you had an eventful journey, and 4 of you had a eventful time at the Topaz Championship in
We
Toritaka.
forgot to mention the Kenku.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
kicked the
sorry?
shit out of a Kenku.
I'm sorry, you did what now?
I'm going to squint at him.
I beat a Kenku in a duel.
Okay.
Who initiated the duel?
Okay.
I mean, she started it, if that means anything.
Okay. Well, that's a fortuitous happening. And
It
not at
wasn't. It wasn't as important as the. Task.
Yeah, no, they're right. Like,
We do seem to have an odd occurrence of random spiritual things happening as we progress.
You're not alone. Toritaka
you know
Aoshi,
more?
if you would allow me to speak and not cut me off again.
Sorry.
Toritaka Aoshi was invited here specifically because of her skills, and it is my hope that she will work with the 5 of you. She comes from a specific school that is quite adept at dealing with more spiritual disturbances. But the problem is the Empire is falling into chaos. The unicorn refused marriage with the lion after believing they were deceived during the marriage negotiations, and now skirmishes have begun along their shared border, and I am sure the war will soon follow. The Lion Clan champion is dead, felled by an arrow through the heart fired, it is said, by the Crane Clan champion Doji Hotaru herself during a battle at Hisumori Mura. Doji Kawanan, the brother of the Crane champion, is missing and presumed captured by the lion. The Perfect Land sect spreads heresy through my lands and the lands of the Phoenix, while the Phoenix continue their political crusade against your people, Muinokoi, the unicorn, and your Gaijin magics. And what's worse than all of that, a huge force of undead and Shadowland demons made an assault on the Carpenter Wall, and to thank the fortunes, the crab were able to stop them, but it's the first time we've seen them so organized and so well led. At least the Emperor's son passed his Genpuku, so the throne is safe for another generation. But we are short-handed, and your displays of honor, courage, I believe will make you fine Emerald Magistrates. But I've brought the 5 of you here to call upon your abilities for another matter entirely. One of vital importance to both myself and the Empire. It concerns the death of Doji Satsume, the Emerald Champion. There's already been one investigation which concluded he died of natural causes, but I have not released the results of that investigation yet, as I do not believe it has set the matter to rest. And so I task you with conducting a secret investigation to settle this to my satisfaction. And that is where we're going to end for today.
Okay.
Yay!
All right.
Agent Man.
Secrets.
All right.
I feel like that's why he came to us. Still putting the pieces together.
Uh-huh. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for chat being hopping today. We got some great new follows. We got some subs. We had some amazingness. Just thank you all so much for being amazing in chat. Thank you to these wonderful players for another great game of Steel Blossom Moon as the plot thickens. And we've welcomed Miss Misery playing Toritaka Aoshi, the Falcon Clan Spirit Hunter, Shadow Hunter, Phantom Hunter, to the fold. So let's go around and get thoughts from everyone. Miss Misery, I'm going to ask you last because this is your first game, and I want your deep thoughts on your first session. So let's go around and talk to everyone else, get your shout-outs, tell me what you thought about today's session, and then we'll do Miss Misery last. And we will start in reverse order this time with Rain.
I am Rain Hayes, and you can find me at Twitter at Raingo surrounded by X's. You can also find me here every Monday playing Masks, at least for a few more sessions. And you can find me at Deems Guild under Rain Hayes. And as for my thoughts for today, I'm very happy with today. I got to do some really cool shit today. I've been thinking about ways that I can, because I know it's going to be a long process, but it's a long process I want. So I was trying to think of ways that I can start integrating Kenku into like a fighting style and into a philosophy. And that hit on the ogre was not only my first use of ninjutsu, but was an excellent demonstration of that.
Yes. That was pretty cool. That like slide slash move. That's pretty awesome.
Ah,
Kaito Ray, Michi-saurus.
Hello, I'm Michi. You can find me on Twitter at Michisaurus. You can also find me here on Monday nights playing Masks, and every other Thursday playing Pokemon, except when my body decides to explode on me.
Oh no. At least you can put the pieces back together.
Yeah, just get some duct tape. It's fine.
No.
And I also make soap. You can find me on Etsy at Monsters and Mayhem Soap.
You should put your link in the chat. I keep meaning to make a soap command. I just haven't made it yet because I'm super lazy.
Yeah, I will grab that. I thought this session was great. I got to talk to the horse finally. That was my big thing that I wanted to do, was talk to the horse.
Yay! Did you like the horse? Was the horse good?
The horse was great.
Yay!
The horse was better than I expected. I also got to do a lot of really cool shit, and I have a ghost friend, so that's awesome.
Awesome. All right. And we love you. And you already told us where you can find you on Twitter, all that stuff. Soul.
Hi, my name's Solomon. You can find me over every Friday or every Friday, except for a few times where we're not able to stream over at Soul Bear RPG playing Threads of Fate, which is our D&D 5e campaign. We've been playing for over a year and a half now.
nice.
Yeah. They finally discovered that your Axel is not their friend. So
Really?
see where see where that ends up. Or maybe he is. You never know with him. And then every other Monday, you can find me on Comedy of Strahd at the same channel, where we're playing our comedic Curse of Strahd campaign with fellow players over there. And that's it for right now. Yeah. I loved Sad Sack.
I loved playing Sad
really.
Sack.
Yeah.
Really
I love that Moto has finally discovered how creepy his party is. And the addition of a girl that doesn't seem to blink is not helping matters.
We have begun to creep.
Mm-hmm. And it's out of everybody that is normal here, it's gonna be a hard reconciliation to be like, yeah, the talking girl is the best one.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You got creepy people, and then person that lies and spreads rumors, because that's what she does.
Hey man, it's better than the chick who talks to ghosts and the one that doesn't blink and the one that just scratches at her face and goes to a manic phase every time she does. Yeah.
Sweet. Lily.
Hi everybody, I'm Lily. Thanks for hanging out with us. You can find my stuffs all over wherever it's at Lillipad Nebula. Yeah, I had a great time too. It was cool to like have our first interaction with like the demon-y, like spirit, like the evil side of that whole spiritual bad stuff. That was cool to see them. Yeah, more ghosties, and we're finally here. I'm really excited for this stuff because it's going to be all kind of contained in this like big city thing, and I'm hoping for some cool social intrigue stuff. So yeah, very excited for next week.
Sweet.
And yeah, thank y'all for playing. Throck, thanks for running, and I hope y'all have a good day.
Yay! And the amazing Miss Misery.
Hey, I'm Kayla, also known as Miss Misery. Thank you for dealing with my noobness. I'm really enjoying it. I really like everybody's characters. They're pretty fun. I look forward to finding out more about them. I play in several different places, including here in Castle Mac and one or two other places. So I strongly suggest following me on Twitter, which is my username down below. I always post about that everywhere. And I also, I just launched a podcast called Epic RPG Stories.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's all about talking about why people play TTRPGs, why they love them, and hopefully sharing a couple of stories from their games. That goes up every Monday or Tuesday, and my last episode had Throck on it.
Honk, honk. You should go check it out.
You can check it out at epicrpgs.podbean.com or just epicrpgs.com.
Is it epicrpgs.podbean.com? Or is it Epic
Yes.
RPG Stories? Because I may have put the wrong link in there.
Nope, you're right.
Okay.
epicrpgstories.podbean.com or just epicrpgstories.com.
Okay, cool. I actually need to do the website thing. I may talk to you about that because I want to do a website-y thing. Okay, so what did you think of the system? Is your first time playing it? What do you think? Misery? Miss?
I liked it. I liked the dice system. It's got a little bit of a learning curve, but I really enjoy it, and I like the different I like the rings and what you can do with it. So
Yeah, it's very thematic, right?
Yeah.
Totes.
It pushes the role play, which awesome. Cool. And hey, I'm Sean, also known as Throck. I'm your storyteller here on Sundays and also on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern for our Dragon Dark Days campaign, which is currently on the 3rd level of the Tomb of Annihilation. 2 floors to go, and this is a nasty one. So they've already lost 2 players. It's been a great experience to run it so far. And then you can also find me on Tuesdays on our Rifts game and Wednesdays on our Blades in the Dark game, where I actually get to play in games. How crazy is that? And what else? Check us out. Check out the podcast at rpgwelcomeparty.podbean.com. Check us out on Discord. It's an amazing place to hang out, and we'd love to have you there. It's fun times for all. And then, of course, Patreon and So Many Games, or So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. And also our amazing sponsor of all merchy type things. I will soon have a Steel Blossom Moon t-shirt up there. Yeah, I know. I'm very excited. I just have to work with Maddie on a design for it because I want to make sure I'm not copyright infringing anything. Because I kind of want to have 5 rings on there, but I need to figure out how to do it without like either the International Olympic Committee or Final Fantasy games coming down on my butt. Because just fun story, so Legend of the 5 Rings old symbol used to be 5 interconnected rings in a circle, right? Which looks nothing like the Olympic circle. But the IOC sued the old company that owned Fantasy Flight or that owned L5R to change the symbol to not interconnected rings that had symbols in them, so they looked more like coins than rings. Yeah, for realsies. That's not even that's for reals and awful. But with that, a piece of old school gaming lore, we're going to go raid Variant Roles, who are amazing human beings, and we think you will like them very much, playing some D&D right now. So if you will join us in giving all the love in the world to Variant Roles, as we that's not a thing. I spelled it wrong. VARAINTROLES, because I know how to talk. All right, we're gonna go raid Variant Roles, our amazing D&D friends in crime who are playing D&D right now. So give a lot of love to them as we go head over and say hi. Everybody wave bye. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.